Morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, legs are out.
Hey, he's got his legs out. Can you see him?
Well, that's all you're going to see. That's all you want to see. But it's, what lovely weather.
I know, it's been beautiful, hasn't it? It's lovely to wake up to blue skies.
Isn't
Go and
it?
have a little look in the garden, check out the flowers. In fact, I brought one in.
I know, look at this. This is huge.
That's exactly what I did this morning, and I picked my dahlia to bring in to show you because I'm just so proud of it. Look at the size of this. I don't know which. I haven't measured it, but look, it's as big as my hand. How pretty is that?
And you got loads of them, yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 on this particular plant, all this size, and loads of buds come in. So yeah, so excited.
It looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we hope your garden's looking great. If they're not looking great, we're going to sort them out over the next. We're with you just 2.5. I say just, but we're with you till 12:30 today, Bex and I, because we've got a bit of filming to do in the afternoon. But we've got 2.5 hours, and we've got loads of new plants. We've got some really exciting stuff. I'm loving the banana plants, are you?
Yeah, we've got an amazing deal on a triple pack of banana plants. We've got a buy one, get one free on some hostas. We've got a nice, gorgeous variety of allium going on over there.
We're loving this. This is a bamboo that is actually really well behaved.
Yes.
So it's not invasive. It's great for smaller gardens. And for the price you're going to pay today, it's a really good size. And bamboo love the wet. So you know what? Bamboo are doing great this year.
They're happy plants.
Yes.
And we do have a deal of the week. That is our gorgeous azalea star style. That one's coming up for you as well.
Yes, named after Bex, star style.
I'll take it.
Yes, all right.
I'll take it.
Right, just quickly, because you might be new to the show. My name's Shaun Ryan. This is lovely Bex Edwards. This is YouGarden TV. And we always like to give you a free gift with every order. And your free gift today, you might be collecting these, is the lavender hitcock. The reason why we're keeping it, because we did do this as a free gift last week, is for that exact reason. Some of you are saying, oh, I'd love to do a whole border of lavender. A lot of you are mass planting. So you're going to get one of these free with every order. Next week, we do have a different free gift, just to give you the heads up.
Yeah.
But it's the best lavender, I think, to grow in the UK. RHS Award of Garden Merit, perfect for pollinators too.
Perfect for pollinators, yeah. It's drought tolerant once it gets established, really well behaved, doesn't really require much attention at all.
Doesn't.
Once a year, give it a little prune, and that's it, basically.
And the bees and the butterflies will absolutely love it. So that is free with every single order today.
That's good.
Now, we're going to save money on our postage. You're going to save money on your postage if you do this.
Yeah, you need to get your order to over £40. You will enter a code. We have a different code every single week. It is the code that unlocks everything. It unlocks the savings, the deals, the buy one, get one free, the double up deals. Everything that's got an extra incentive on it is unlocked by the code YGTV2924. It also unlocks this. If you get your order to over £40, you put that code in, we will take away any postage cost included.
That's
so even
brilliant.
if you've got like 4 items that have got £6.99 postage on each of them, you'll get rid of them all.
And if you don't spend £40, your postage is still capped at $6.99 per order. Bad news, Bex, I've been upgraded.
Have you? Oh, you've got the head gardener. We're deputy head gardeners.
I know, but
our head gardener is going to be mad at you.
But Peter McDermott, our head gardener, has not been here for a few weeks, so you know what? Oh, is he back? Oh no!
You need to get rid of that cup.
I've got his mug.
You're going to be in trouble.
God, no.
You're going to be in so much trouble.
What if he's watching? Oh no, Peter! Sorry. Didn't mean to take your mug.
You keep going. Sean needs a nice strong coffee in the morning.
So if I'm not here next week, it's been lovely to know you. I had a great time on YGTV. It's been fabulous. Right, shall we begin now, Bex?
Yes. Well, we're going to go to the banana plants to start, aren't we?
Yeah.
We need to do this deal.
Do you know
over here.
what?
Bring your coffee.
We saw these on the nursery yesterday, and they are absolutely fabulous. They all look so good. They're a really big size, aren't they?
Just incredible. Yeah, look at the size of these, and you're going to get all 3 of them. Good morning, Karen, Philip, Grimmy. Who else did you say? Loads of people. Philip, Elaine, Victoria.
Elaine!
Good morning, Roger. I will get the iPad in a second.
Oh, do you want me to get it for you, Bex?
Do you want to grab it?
Yes.
I forgot it. Is it there?
Oh, it's not there.
It's down on the
It's
floor.
been stolen.
I can see it. It's there. It's there. It's on the floor. We'll get the iPad so we can keep an eye on the YouTube chat and on the emails as well. Do send us your pictures, ygtv@yougarden.com. We want to see what's happening in your garden.
This is the only time I'll get to touch the iPad. Bex
no, I'm going to let you have it
no,
today.
I don't mind. Bex is quicker than me. She's like... Yeah, I'm like... I have to... When Bex isn't here and I'm working with Adam... I'm a lot better than Adam on this, so, you know, Bex is number 1, I'm number 2, Adam's number Yeah.
6 million
Yeah.
when it comes to technology.
But,
Only when it comes to technology. We love Adam.
Yeah, and he's
Bless
great
him.
with his garden knowledge anyway. Right, let's talk about the banana plants, because you're going to get all 3 of these, 3 different varieties, under £20 as well. And, oh my word, Stu, who's in charge of technicals, just pronounced all the names very
just
well.
read them off, didn't
But
he?
the one thing I want to say, first of all, don't expect bananas. You will not get bananas,
No.
but you are going to get the most amazing foliage. And I know I've got a few banana plants in my garden, and at this time of year, they seem to get a new big leaf like nearly every other day.
They're quite fast growing, aren't they?
Oh my word!
It's a beautiful thing about banana
When
plants.
they get going, they're like this.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you're getting all 3 varieties included in here, so you're going to get that gorgeous mixture of the foliage colours on them. And they do get quite big, don't they? They can get to a good sort of metre and a half in height. And the leaves themselves are just fantastic. This one particularly, with all the different colours that you've got on those leaves. That's the red Abyssinian that we've got there. We've also got the Chinese, what's it called? Hardy, and the Musa Bajou included in there as well. I mean, look at the shades, look at the different colours.
And the great thing is you can even get flowers as well.
Yeah.
And those flowers are absolutely spectacular. Now, some banana plants need a little bit of care in the winter.
Yeah.
And this one definitely does.
Definitely, yeah. How do you look after yours?
Put it in the greenhouse with leaves.
Do you?
Yeah.
You haven't thought about leaving them outside? Because you can, as long as you well protect them.
Because I live in a windy area, sometimes in my garden it's just too cold and windy. So I'll be honest, I tend to put them in the greenhouse, wrap them up, put a duvet around them, and they survive.
It's quite easy to do, isn't it? You just wrap
easy,
them up, keep them nice and protected, and then next year they reliably come back for you.
Yeah, and it is amazing. I'm not being funny. Sometimes when you unwrap the fleece and you look at the banana plants, you know, after a really bad winter, they don't look great, but the moment the sun comes out, they burst back into life. They really
come
do.
back so quickly, don't they?
They do need quite a bit of watering, I'll be honest, but that's not been a problem this summer.
Some summers it's absolutely fine, isn't it?
It is. Load you in the group chat, by the way. But they are grown for their architecture, and I can honestly say when they get going, and they do grow very quickly this time of year. I mean, I'm not being funny. You'll probably see these within the first 2 weeks of having them. Really, really massive increase in size. But the leaves get bigger and bigger and bigger. You get this amazing foliage. They just give you that sense of having a really tropical, beautiful garden. When it rains, the sound of the rain on the leaves is amazing.
Yeah, because the leaves get so big.
They get huge,
massive,
honestly.
great, big paddle-shaped
Yeah,
leaves.
they can get to, I mean, even on mine, I've had them like 30, 40 centimetres.
Yeah, so they need to be in a sort of semi-sheltered area, don't they? You don't want them anywhere too windy.
Because that's my problem with my garden. It's quite exposed. So in too windy a spot, the leaves get a bit shredded.
And they don't even need a full sun position either, do they?
No.
Even though they're quite, tropical looking, you can actually have them in a slightly shady spot.
And they are working out £6.66 each today. So amazing value for money. And just have a look, because you can get flowers as well. And that flower, I don't know if you can see that yellow flower, it is absolutely incredible. Now, these only appear on mature plants.
Yeah. So you have to wait a couple of years.
Yeah. But those flowers can actually last several months.
They can, can't they? They last ages. I mean, look at that.
I know. Sorry, my voice went really high. I know.
They're so pretty, aren't they? I could just imagine having a lovely little seat just near where those are.
Yeah.
A nice summer's day, that would be gorgeous.
So, Chinese Hardy, red Abyssinian, that's one that needs more protection than the other two.
Yes.
So the red one does need a bit of extra protection. And the Musa Bajou there as well. 3 fantastic varieties. 2 of these have got the AGM as well, haven't they? So,
they have indeed,
yeah. So you've got award winners, beautiful architecture. And I will say, although 2 of them are classed as fairly hard in the winter, just give them that extra protection if they need it. But the red Abyssinian, that is one that you really would want to wrap up well in the winter months.
Absolutely. The other 2, Hardy, probably down to about, maybe into minus numbers. Yeah, -5, -6. But yeah, just give them that extra little bit of protection. Make sure you get them to come back.
So those 2, more winter hardy, that one will need protection. You don't want to let that hit the frost. And that is 680114. Right, we are going to move on to...
Oh, yes, please, let's go to the alliums.
Because you might be thinking, hang on, Shaun and Bex. Alliums in July. Yeah. Because I'm not being funny, most of the alliums have
absolutely,
done
mine have
their
gone
thing.
over. I've actually made dried flower displays from my alliums. Yeah, I've made a dried flower display from it because they've all gone over and they've dried out and they're looking beautiful. I've got my Navars in my conservatory at the minute. They look amazing, honestly.
But it all happened probably a couple of months ago.
Yeah, they were gone.
But this is the allium bubble bath. I love the name of this.
It's so pretty. Look at these flowers.
Yeah. And it's... Oh, hang on. I'd missed that. So these are really big. They're going to arrive in 2-litre pots. These are in bud and flower right now. $14.99, but it is a buy one, get one absolutely free. And for club members, many of you, 45,000 of you now are in our club, you will get these for $13.49, which works out about £6.75 each. And they are stunning, aren't they?
I love them because they've got a slightly softer appearance to them, a slightly, I don't know, a bit fuzzier around the edges than the other kind of, ball-shaped alliums that you can get.
They're gorgeous.
They're lovely. And pollinators, as we know, they absolutely adore alliums because each of these bubble clusters here, they're made up of hundreds of flowers. So when you see a bee popping around here, they just hop from one to the next, to the next, to the next. They'll spend ages just working their way around one of those. And as you can see from this one that we've got in the potting shed right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these on here. They're incredible once they get going. And these are fully established for you. Yeah. They're really well established plants.
And fully winter hardy, of course, as well. But they have been bred. It was only from working here at YouGarden that Bex and I have recently discovered these brand new varieties of alliums. Yeah. So these are alliums that will flower in late summer. I don't want to say late summer because it's not quite late. Yeah, mid to late summer.
Yeah, but June, July into August, these are going to flower for you. So it really does extend that allium flowering season. If you're a big fan of alliums and you're sad when they go over, get these in your garden because you'll have alliums for months.
And there is another variety shown on the website, which is lavender bubbles. Very similar, but a bit more, I would say a bit more purpley. Whereas bubble bath's a bit more sort of pinky mauve, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But that one is very similar in terms of its flying habits, and that's 561207.
I mean, those mixed together would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Similar flowering time. Put them in a spot together and have those mixed in. I think they look great.
Yeah, they really will. Right, we've also got a fantastic deal on our hosta, and this is Blue Angel, named again after Bex.
I am blue today as well.
Yeah, and an angel. She's been very angelic today.
I've got this
She's
one.
She's behaving.
At the minute, we'll see
she didn't behave at the weekend. She did lots of naughty things.
I did.
Yeah, she's telling me she'd eaten 6 packets of crisps with cheese dip.
I did,
watching the footy.
A whole tub of cheese dip.
Oh, that's great.
And 6 packets of crisps.
Respect.
And a few bottles of beer to go with it.
Perfect.
Why not, right?
Oh, but this is the Blue Angel, and it is a buy one, get one free. And again, you're going to get really well-established hostas. They're going to come in 2-litre pots.
Yeah.
Elaine, hello Elaine. She's thinking of ordering these as well.
Good morning, Elaine. Yeah, these are absolutely gorgeous. You can see the size. I mean, some of them have been trimmed just to point that out to you, but they grow so quickly, so easily. The foliage really is incredible on these.
And Bex is totally right there. Do not be worried if they arrive trimmed because they've still been grown in the 2-litre pots. They'll still have fantastic root systems. They are still going to grow magnificently this year and every year to come. If you're struggling with slugs at the moment, a lot of you have been messaging Bex and I and said, "Oh, slugs, snails, bit of a."
It's the year of the snails, isn't it?
It is.
It's the year of snails for me. I'm constantly picking them out in the garden.
It's been wet, hasn't it? And they've loved it. So we do have Strulch on the show as well. The double pack is back in stock. I mean, it's been selling really well because it is the best, we believe, slug and snail deterrent. It is organic, so it's not going to actually harm them, but it has a texture that slugs and snails don't like. So if you put it around things like your hostas, they'll come towards the Strulch and go, "Ooh, don't like that."
Go and find somewhere else to go.
They'll nip to the neighbours and find something really juicy in their garden.
It's well worth it, honestly. I've used Strulch around my hostas. I got a couple of little nibble holes earlier on in the season, put some Strulch around, and it stopped them from nibbling on the hostas. So it's a brilliant thing to get in your garden. And of course, I know we're in the heat of summer right now, we're loving it, but of course we're going to start thinking once the summer ends about putting our plants to bed, giving them a mulch, giving them a duvet, and Strulch will do that as well.
By the way, today is summer, just to let you know, make the most of it.
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Yeah, summer is here for
and then it's over.
Look, it's going to be really hot the next few days, but next week is still really good.
It's
Summer is
fine,
here.
we don't mind.
But that's what Strulch looks like. Say great as a weed suppressant as well. Fantastic deterring those slugs and snails. And has it lasts, in terms of how effective it is, for about 2 years. But after you can just dig it in. I mean, somebody like Bex has got clay soil, just digging that in is going to really improve the texture of the soil.
Yeah, it really opens it up.
Yeah.
It aerates the soil. It's a fantastic all-round product, this. Multiple uses, as Shaun said, a weed suppressant. Keep those slugs and snails away. It's a mulch, it's a duvet for your plants. It'll open up that soil structure. It's like a miracle product, isn't it?
Really is. And you will, by the way, you will get free postage on that today. So there you go. Postage is going to be included, £36.97.
Yeah, so if you are going for that Blue Angel hosta, do think about the Strulch. Blue Angel is an incredible variety. I've got that one. And you also, I know we grow hostas for the beautiful foliage, and this one is stunning foliage, but you also get some of the most pretty flowers.
You really do.
Tall spikes, trumpet-shaped flowers. They are so pretty.
We often forget about the flowers on hostas.
Yeah, they're gorgeous,
but yeah,
though.
it's like an extra bonus when they
is.
flower. They do die down completely during the winter months. And of course, I'm sure many of you will know, hostas love a shady spot. So if you've got that shady spot that's a little bit difficult, hostas will love it there.
Yeah, and we've got another hosta available in the show page. It's called Patriot. It's the one with the variegation around the edges. So if you want to have a little look at that one, you can do. It's the same deal. Buy one, get one free, 2 litre pot. Maybe if your budget can stretch to it, you'll go for the Blue Angel and you'll go for that Patriot variety as well.
Yeah, they do look really good planted together en masse. But yeah, good morning. It's lovely to be with you on this stunning summer's day, and it is sunny.
Yay!
I mean, there's not a cloud in the sky where we are in Gedney in Lincolnshire. There's not a cloud, seriously. So, in fact, a few people have been complaining it's too hot. No, definitely not. It is not, too hot.
It might be in the potting shed this afternoon,
yes,
but we're going to deal with it.
Nobody complained today about the weather. It's pretty good where we are anyway. Right, who's in the group chat then, Bex?
We've got Nathan in the group chat, Olwyn, Elaine, Philip,
Hello.
Neil, who else? Karen.
Loads of our regulars, thank you so much.
Loads of the regulars in there. Philip.
Nathan's been shopping already, thank you, Nathan.
Philip's been asking about his canners because they were cut off, they were cut back when they were sent out. I'm so sorry about that. I did get a message. I think it was you that messaged me on that one as well, Philip. They do come back fast. Please don't worry about it. Sometimes we do have to trim plants back in the nursery. It's part of the kind of natural process that we have to go through, unfortunately. So I'm sorry if they didn't arrive how you expected, but they will grow back, honestly.
But if you're not happy...
In fact, I think somebody came in and said that as well.
But if you're not happy, obviously...
we'd speak to customer services.
We'd always make sure that you were happy.
Absolutely. Who's asking questions? Let's have a look. So Nathan is East Coast, isn't he? Nathan, I purchased the email offer this morning, 2 Phoenix Palms and 2 free acorn plant pots for £18. Great deal, thanks.
Very good.
Fantastic, well done. Elaine's telling us how fantastic Strulch is. Elaine is also saying that she loves the angel wings as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Elaine, your hostas have not flowered. Oh, what a shame. Mine came up and they've faded and I've cut them back and I'm hoping I get some more
mine flowered this year.
Yeah, mine
I have
as
to
well.
say, probably not their best year flowers, but they're still nice.
To be fair, no,
yeah,
you're right.
Don't know why. They're okay.
What else? Sending lots of love to Olwyn, obviously. I know you're having a hard time at the moment, Olwyn, so we send you all our love. Oh, she's finished the decorating, which is always a bonus, isn't it? I've got to do the dining room. I'm not looking forward to it. But I've got a week off, so I might just get on with it. I might just crack on.
I've got to do my mum's... I'm going to tell you this. I've got to do my mum's conservatory because she smokes in there. It's so bad. It's like...
Is your mum watching?
I don't mind if she is. She's a naughty girl, is my mum.
Morning, Carol.
But at 83, you know, it's a bit late to stop now. But yeah, that lovely sort of like those white crisp walls are definitely
they're not
like
white. Kind of creamy colour.
It's like a nicotine yellow.
Yeah.
It's awful. But I love my mum. She tries to be good.
Bless her.
I know.
She's 83. Leave her alone.
I know.
Leave her alone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what's going on in the chat. We do have some emails though as well. Keith has sent us some pictures. Morning, Bex and guys. Here's a few pictures of some plants coming on. We've got agapanthus, swamp lilies, ornamental gingers, hanging basket, Coronella citrina in the pyramid planter. Thank you, Dingo. So yeah, I am sharing. There we go. Look. Oh, I love these. Are those like watering? Oh no, they're lights, aren't they? Love that.
I
That's
like
super
those.
cute. Yeah, they're really cute.
They're really nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
See,
lovely.
I always disappear so I can see the pictures big.
Oh, yeah. Agapanthus coming through. Look at those.
Oh, they are nice. Now, you see, it does seem quite a good year for agapanthus.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, I still haven't got flowers on mine. I'm clearly doing something wrong.
Yeah, you put it in too big a space, you tell me.
I put it in too big a space and then I put it in a pot, but I put it in a pot with our premium professional compost, and actually agapanthus don't like rich fertile soil. I've spoilt it. So now it's going, meh. I'm not going to give you flowers, I'm just going to give you foliage.
Put it in a cheap nasty compost, it might have been all right.
I tell you what, the year I get my agapanthus to flower, I am going to have the biggest party. It's going to be amazing.
It'll be the same year I'm celebrating getting my pension, probably. Right, anyway.
Oh, look, yeah, there's the turtles in the pond.
Oh, we love seeing your pictures, so keep them coming in.
Yeah, we've got a few more as well. Hang on.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to come off yours, Dingo.
By the
Sorry,
way,
because I've got a few more coming through.
Still to come on the show, we have got the hardy pomegranate. We've got some brilliant... We've got a bougainvillea, which is lovely. We've got a pineapple guava. We've got some beautiful hibiscus. So loads still to come.
We have indeed. Oh, Anna sent us a picture of her alliums. These are the spherocephalons, which are actually just coming in right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Mine have they're not massive for me this year, but they are looking beautiful.
Lovely colour, those,
gorgeous colour. Love those drumsticks. I actually really like those planted in amongst grasses. I saw there's a guy on Instagram. His name is Henry Ag.
I know who you mean.
It's beautiful.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
It's beautiful. Anyway, he did it and he's planted them all
very
amongst...
similar to me, Bex, I'd say.
Very similar. And they're planted all amongst grasses, and I really like it. It's a good combination.
He looks nothing like me.
Anyway, thank you, Owen.
We're going to move on now to our next fantastic item we've both been talking about. And it is the hardy pomegranate bush. And this is really exciting. And we were on the nursery yesterday. We saw all of these. And they honestly, there's just this sea of bright orange. And each pomegranate bush right now is covered in dozens and dozens of these extraordinary flowers that have the potential to actually form a pomegranate, an edible, gorgeous, delicious pomegranate. And the flowers, we really like this because they're quite unusual and they are waxy, aren't they?
They are really waxy texture. Yeah. They've got kind of a shine and a sheen to them. But it's that colour, isn't it? It's really bright tangerine orange. It's absolutely gorgeous. And of course, they all have the potential to turn into a pomegranate. Yes.
Like this.
Not a massive pomegranate. I'm not going to say it's going to be as big as the ones that you'll get in the supermarket, but you will get pomegranates from it. Yeah. You will be able to cut it open. You will be able to get those gorgeous fruits. And it's a pretty tough bush. It's hardy down to about -8.
Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it?
It's not bad, is it? We're going to suggest for the first year or so, really do just give it that extra bit of protection until it gets fully established.
And do try and put it in a really sunny, sheltered spot.
Yeah.
So that's where it's going to be the most happy. Nice,
mine's going to be a
conservatory
plant. I'll take it out in the summer. I'll show it the sunshine in the summer, but I'm going to keep it in the conservatory, I think. I quite like it as a conservatory
I think
plant.
I'm going to do that.
You can put it in your little
I meant to buy it
orangery, couldn't you? Your posh conservatory.
Well, it's not that posh.
I know, I'm only joking. I'm just winding you up.
Not that posh.
Just teasing you.
It needs some plants because it's only just been built and it does need some plants. So
yeah.
But we've both got an eye on this because they look fantastic. And, you know, even if it didn't produce pomegranates, and it will, but if it didn't, even just as an ornamental bush, it is lovely.
It is beautiful, yeah.
But to
love the
actually get pomegranates is incredible. So Sandy said she wants, is on Facebook, what does she want? Something easy.
Easy little flower every year. Actually, we've got loads. So the alliums are great. The Helianthemum rock roses.
Hibiscus.
Hibiscus for sure.
So easy.
We've got two options because we've got the big hibiscus, or we've got a collection of 3 coming up. The Lavatera.
Oh, we've got loads of easy ones.
Lavatera would be amazing as well. Oh, we've got so much. Keep watching because we're going to come to them.
We've got a lot of easy ones.
Yeah.
We really have. But I'm going to say definitely hibiscus and Lavatera.
It's super easy.
Yeah, super easy. But pomegranate also, if you just want to grow your own and do something a little bit different in your garden. I mean, do you know anybody that has got a pomegranate bush? No. I mean, I bet you know friends that have got apple trees and pear trees and cherries and plums. but pomegranate. And we really, here at YouGarden, and we've got a pineapple guava coming up later on as well, we really like to bring you something a little bit different and a little bit more unusual. And we work with brilliant breeders across the Mediterranean to bring you pomegranates like this. But it has been grown for the UK, this one, so it's been specially bred to be hardy to about -8, but just give it a little bit of protection in the first few years. But say when established, hardy to a -8. Now we're going to move on to the Dicentra next. I call this bleeding heart.
Yes, yeah, it's got a beautiful name, but it does kind of describe.
We've all been there, haven't we?
It does describe what the flower looks like, because it has this gorgeous heart shape, but then it has this like teardrop coming out at the bottom, and it almost looks like little wings, doesn't it? It's like it's just floating and flying in the air.
Gorgeous.
It is absolutely beautiful.
And we'll give you the details of this one. So you actually get 3 of them. But you've actually got to put them in your basket. So there it is. It's a triple deal. Buy 3 for $12.98. But there's something you need to do. So you actually need to make a note of the item number 560767. You need to go on our website, but you really want to go onto the TV page. So you click on the website, click onto the live show, and all of the plants that we've got will appear. So this one, it's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. It's fully winter hardy, great in shade as well as sunshine. And you get with all of our plants, you get all of these key points, all of the plant care information just listed. So it gives you a very quick overview of the plants. Now, if you see on this page, there's a single at $9.99, but there's a triple pack for $14.97. Don't do that, because we can give you a better deal on the live show by using our code. So what you need to do, put one of those in your basket, enter the code, so YGTV 2924, that's this week's code, don't forget. So you get your free gift, which is the lavender hidcote. Put a second one in, $19.98. No, go for 3. And that is the best deal. So we always try, Bex and I always try to give you the best deals possible on the show. So don't go for the triple pack, put the single in there, but put 3 of them and you'll get them for $12.98. And that is amazing. So these are great in shade, great in sunshine. They've got these lovely, gorgeous little flowers, and they are like, there is another variety of this that's sort of like a red and white, but I actually love the pure white.
Yeah, the pure white is absolutely gorgeous,
rare,
isn't it?
I think, this one.
But yeah, so I always used to want loads of colour, bright colour, but I've really learned, and it's because of my hydrangea that I've got, you know, the Runaway Bride, how special white flowers can be. And they really, you know, they'll fit into any colour scheme as well in your garden, which is a really valuable thing. And I just love that sort of arching, the way that the stems come out and they arch over like that with the rows of those flowers on there. It's an early flowerer, so this is one that will be flowering sort of April, May time. Yeah, so
you're not going to get flowers this year.
No, but now's a really good time to get it, isn't it? Because you can get it in, you can get it planted, you can get it established, so that in the springtime you've got a gorgeous display. And rather than getting it in spring and planting it then, you'll get a better display by planting it now.
And they're kind of mid-size, so great for kind of front to middle of the border, but really attractive. And they do. I've grown these before in fairly shady areas, and they can actually do really well. But they'll be fine in sunshine as well, but they will do really well in fairly shady areas. But they're lovely. So I love the way the arching is a perfect word. You get these lovely arches of little white hearts all the way down the stem.
Yeah,
they're gorgeous.
They're so pretty.
But they do die down in winter, just to let you know.
Yeah. But they're great for a shady spot.
Yes.
They do not need that full sun, which is perfect. Sorry, I'm just getting emails from Kathy. Kathy's having some issues with some orders, some things that she's waiting for. Stu, do we have an email address for customer services? cs@yougarden.com.
That's easy.
Kathy, can you redirect those emails to customer services, which is cs@yougarden.com. You've put all the information in there, the order numbers and exactly what you're asking for. If you email directly to them, they'll be able to get straight back to you with an answer. We can't answer those questions for you because we don't have access to getting into the system. We're not allowed to have it. It's all GDPR rules and stuff. So if you can email your questions to cs customer services @yougarden.com, they'll be able to answer them for you.
And I've got to say, on the odd occasion that I've had to use customer services, and it's once in a blue moon, but they're brilliant. They're really helpful.
So Kathy, I'd love to help you, but we just don't have access to those systems. So if you can email them across to customer services, they will look into that for you.
So they're a really good team, and they want to make sure you're happy. Right, so Elaine has sent some pictures in, apparently.
Elaine's trying to make me jealous, isn't she? That's what's happening right now. Look at those gorgeous flowers. Oh, they're looking gorgeous.
So, Elaine,
Elaine.
when did you plant those agapanthus? Or no, because, I mean, you've got loads of flower stems.
There's loads of flowers
I'm
there.
counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And they
6.
look like they're in a border. So did you bury the pot or have you just planted them straight into the ground?
There's actually 10 stems on those.
That's incredible.
How many have you got there?
None. Look, you can't be good at everything.
Mine are not as good as those. Not yet. No.
Agapanthus, it's my nemesis. It's my nemesis. I'm going to beat it.
One day yours will fly and it'll be amazing.
I'm going to be so excited. Grimmy, you've sent us some pictures. A few pictures of my garden at night. Plus my new fern garden is planted up. Hang on. Apparently I'm looking at the wrong email. Oh, yes, nighttime garden. Look at that. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see those. Look at that fatsia illuminated there.
Do you know, I love all the lighting though.
Oh, look.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, looking really beautiful.
We never get tired of seeing your gardens.
Look at the blue writing. Says new message. Yes, new message. That's the one I clicked on, Stu.
Oh, no, look.
I'm definitely opening the bottom, but I have seen that picture. That is gorgeous, isn't it?
I want to see it again.
I want to walk through that little archway there. Lovely grapevine growing up over the top, bit of a bamboo up the side.
I used to have
there.
a grapevine in my old house. I loved it.
Look at that.
I need to plant another.
That's perfect lighting as well. You caught that gorgeously with the sun in the background, haven't you?
That is stunning.
Yeah, really pretty. What a gorgeous view.
It always gives us so much inspiration, doesn't it?
Absolutely beautiful view. Andrew sent us a picture. Just thought I would send a photo of the bare root hydrangea bought from YouGarden last year. Look at that. Could it be a magical candle?
I think it is magical candle.
Look at all the colour in the background as well. Wow.
If that was a bare root, that is amazing.
Yeah, that's looking really good.
And then
I'm a bit blown away by all the colour in that picture. It's so pretty.
There's a lot going on there, isn't there?
Well done, Andrew.
Wonderful.
Looking really good.
Wonderful.
Yes, it's unbelievable in the background. Beautiful pink lilies.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nice little cordyline tucked to the corner.
What else have we got? One more. Let's do another one of Elaine's. What's Elaine sending to us? Another one of her agapanthus. That's it. I don't want to see any more agapanthus now. I'm done with you all.
There's a little bit of jealousy in the potting shed, Elaine, this morning.
There is a tiny bit.
I am feeling.
I'm happy for you.
Right, don't forget, we've got an amazing deal. Seriously, we walk around the nursery on a regular basis, and if there's something that looks particularly good, then we'll get it on the show. And the architectural banana plant collection right now, they're looking fantastic. I'm going to be really honest, they've really grown a lot in the past few weeks. So when you get them home, what I would do is repot them straight away. I'm just going to... I'm not being funny. They need repotting straight away. And if I show you here, look, they are desperate for a new home.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So, and they are going to look fantastic this year and for many years to come. Two of the varieties. Winter hardy to about -5, even maybe -6.
These two at the front, the more green-looking ones.
And this one does not like frost at all. So you do need to protect it. But what I would do, that's the red Abyssinian there. That one is very, very sensitive to frost, so you will need to bring that one inside. The other two can survive winters, say hardy to about -5, but you still want to maybe give them that added bit of protection. But amazing architecture, huge leaves, and a fantastic price on those. We have got pots on the show as well, so have a look on the website. But they will need repotting. But I highly recommend those. I know I was watching, it was an old episode, but I remember seeing on Gardener's World a fantastic banana plant.
Really?
Yeah, it was really quite big. And they can get, even in the UK, they can get to about 1.5 meters or so. And don't forget, you can get flowers, and the flowers can actually last several months. So they're really quite extraordinary. But I love that collection, and amazing value, but very popular today. Right, what else have we got there, Bex?
So Karen's saying her pomegranate is due out soon. Cannot wait. Elaine has said, I have had that for 30 years.
Had what?
It's planted in a wooden planter buried. So it's been buried in the ground.
Elaine?
I did wonder.
You see?
And somebody's asking a question. So Woodfield, Got a climbing rose. How do I deadhead the laterals? Are you talking about the lateral shoots or the flowers? I'm not quite sure. Stuff going sideways. Any advice, welcome. Can you clarify just exactly what you want, and we'll. I don't want to give you wrong advice. No. So just clarify for me exactly what you're asking. But if you have roses,
if you've got it climbing like that way, that is a great way to.
It's a great way to do it because then you get more shoots coming off it, which means more flowers. But just send us another message, will you?
Right, we need to talk. Can we talk bamboo?
Let's talk bamboo.
Because Bex and I we're chatting before the show, and climate change definitely sometimes affects the way that we garden and how we feel about gardening. And the last few years we have had, generally speaking, a lot of rain, haven't we?
We have indeed,
and
yes.
Certain plants have hated it. Tulips were not good this year. A lot of tulips rotted away over the winter. Maybe yours did. But certain plants are doing really well. Hydrangeas, magnificent this year. They've loved that extra water. Bamboo, and grasses and ferns, they're loving that extra moisture. But the trouble with a lot of bamboos, they are thugs. They're invasive, they're aggressive. They take over, they suddenly shoot up several feet away from where you planted them, and they can actually become a bit of a nuisance. This one, the Fargesia rufa, is a compact variety. So, yes, Stu said the Fargesia is much easier. We like that. But it really is, and will only grow to a few metres in the UK.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it works beautifully. If you are worried about it and you want to keep it in a large pot, it works absolutely beautifully in large pots on patios. Next to where you're going to be seated, it creates lovely shadows, it creates gorgeous movement, and the sound when bamboo is moving
is
it's so relaxing, so calming. But yeah, it does stay a little bit more compact, and it'll only get to a couple of metres, but you can obviously restrict the size of that. Yeah. If you want to prune it down, you can take some of the tall shoots and you can prune them down at base level. If it starts to get a little bit too congested, you can do that. It's super easy to look after, and of course it's evergreen, which is what I really love about bamboo.
Fully winter hardy. It does produce the most lovely shape, because the actual stems on this one, if you look, they're a lot finer than many of the other bamboos out there. So what happens as this grows in terms of height, it starts to arch beautifully and it creates that fountain shape. The only thing that bamboo don't like is to be thirsty.
Yeah.
They hate drying out.
The leaves will start to go brown and they will start to defoliate.
Yes.
They will drop those leaves. And they do drop a few, even though they're evergreen, they will naturally shed some. But if it gets thirsty, as one of mine did last year, it does defoliate and it'll drop all its leaves. So you do need to keep on top of it, especially if it's in a pot.
But keep it well watered, and that's been quite easy this year, and it will absolutely thrive. But it will only stay, a small size compared to other bamboos. It's not aggressive, it's not invasive. The size that you're getting today, club members, $22.49, and that is, to me, I've got bamboo, but I've got the quite aggressive type. But it is it's in a raised bed, so it's it's
contained.
Ish. Still trying to get out.
Got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
It's, suddenly I'll be like, oh my word, where's that new shoot come from? And it's like literally 3 metres, 4 metres. This is very well behaved. It's a Shaun Ryan bamboo, okay? Really well behaved.
It also has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so proven performer, well suited to UK gardens. What are you looking for?
Do you know we've forgotten our pots back?
Pots? Oh. Were you thinking helix?
Yeah.
Stu's going to get them for us.
Good. But that in a pot. I am very tempted with this one because it's just so beautiful. And I always think bamboo looks great in water features, Buddhas. Bex is still hoping to come wealthy one day. So
one day.
I'm thinking bamboo.
One day it'll happen.
Buddhas.
I keep working hard. Keep working hard. It'll come my way.
Where's our delivery man?
He's coming.
Now, we say Stu.
Say morning, Stu.
Stu can do everything. God, say hello. Let's see your face. There he is.
Helix Torino.
Thank you. Oh, he's good, isn't he?
Helix Torino. What else we got?
Got the olive.
Oh, olive planter.
The valves are in there as well.
Oh,
great. I love valves.
2 sizes of the Durham.
And Durham planters
I think the Durham
amazing.
For the bamboo, don't you?
Yeah, I think you could do Durham or maybe Helix.
No, I think Helix now.
I don't know. What do you reckon?
Helix. Right, listen, you can get whichever one you want.
I think you go for either of these. Let's go Helix first of all, because we've got an amazing deal on the Helix. So it's a multi-buy deal on there. You can get one for $14.99, or if you put 4 in your basket, it's $24.99.
Right. I thought these were going to maybe be sold out this week.
I thought they might be, because they were selling quite well.
Are they still on close? Oh, clear out, close down?
Yeah, run down.
What do we call it? Rundown.
Rundown.
Yeah, that's such a weird expression. Like,
clearance.
We call it rundown. Now, that makes me feel like I've got a cold. Oh, I'm run down. Oh, I am run down.
Oh, I am run
Hey,
down.
your cold's gone, I've just realised.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, last time we went together, Bex was like... So, these are... Just say clearance. When they're gone, they're gone. So... Put 4 in the basket, use your code, and you'll get them for, it works out £6.25 each. And they're this lovely kind of faux terracotta. They've got a bit of a chalky finish. They're a really good size. And that bamboo would be very, very happy in there for many years.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. And obviously it's been designed to fit into any kind of garden scheme, basically, with that terracotta colour to it.
Now, hang on. Who disagrees with me? Angela on Facebook said, well, I disagree with that, Shaun Ryan. My tulips came up beautifully from YouGarden.
Mine did as well, Angela, to be honest.
So yes, the YouGarden tulips did well, but actually this is a true story. My friend Lynn had bought some really expensive tulips from like a designer brand.
Right.
And they didn't survive. They were really good last year, but they did not survive the winter, and they didn't come back this year.
Didn't come back.
So that's what I mean. It's sometimes tulips.
I have heard a few
tulips
people
from
say
last year didn't necessarily survive the winter, but ones that you planted from YouGarden this year in the spring did amazing, didn't they?
They did do brilliantly.
Yeah.
I had some gorgeous ones.
So no, not all tulips did badly, but some did.
All right, that's the Helix deal.
What's done badly in your garden, say, this year because of the rain? See, my peonies got smashed.
I haven't got any peonies.
My peonies got a bit smashed.
Everything's looking all right, to be honest with you.
Just
what
all
was I
right.
thinking that didn't come back? There was something, and I can't remember what it was. Anyway.
But all we're going to say is, bamboo absolutely love a wet environment, and that bamboo is spectacular. If you've always wanted a bamboo, but you were worried because you don't want something invasive, you don't want something a little bit thuggish, then that is fantastic. Now, this plant that we've just popped in now is the extra large Durham planter. It's got kind of like a cloudy terracotta look to it, but it's UV resistant, it's lightweight, it's got great drainage, and it's down to $12.99. I really like that one.
Yeah, I really like the design on that one. Obviously, you know, you can get the Helix ones, and they're $24.99 for 4. So I know this one is that little bit more expensive, but I do really adore that design on there. I think that's really pretty.
And it is a little bit bigger.
Yes.
So it's 4 centimetres larger in terms of diameter as well.
We're just here to give you options, basically.
Yeah. But they're all of our planters, fantastic quality, really designed to be easy to move around, lightweight, frost resistant, UV resistant, great drainage, and great prices as well. I love that bamboo. I'm really tempted with it.
Yeah, it's really pretty, isn't it? I do quite like it. So I've got a couple of pots with bamboo in, but mine are the really tall bamboo, and I quite like the fact that this has that sort of waterfall shape to it, and just kind of just waterfalls over.
And just look at the size of it. Yeah. It's really big. My voice keeps going really high today.
You're excited,
really
aren't you?
big.
You're so excited about being here.
I'm really excited.
Is it because Stu worked you really hard yesterday? You're all tired and.
I'm glad to be with you today. That's for sure. Yeah. Sometimes Bex and I record like things on, you know.
Well, you were here yesterday. I was at QVC.
Oh, you were at QVC, yeah.
I was at QVC. It was nice. So, Shaun was in here with Stu, filming various bits and pieces and doing some TikTok stuff.
It wasn't hard.
Stu cracks the whip when you're on your own. I tell you.
It was.
He's like, "Come on, let's do the next thing."
It was fine.
All right.
I'm not sure about my shirt today. I think my dad used to wear shirts like this, Bex.
Well.
All right.
You stopped me in my tracks then, didn't you?
Right.
Let's talk about sambucas. You've got this in your garden, haven't you?
I have got sambucas. We've got a few different varieties. What I love about sambucas is they're actually really quite fast growing.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're nothing to do with acers. Nothing to do with
But they
them.
look like they are,
They
don't
do.
they? This is what I quite like about it, because you know how much of a fan I am of acers. It looks like it could be a variety of acer, doesn't it?
But they're a lot faster growing than an acer. They grow, they can grow really quite large, actually.
Yeah,
quite
they can get a good 3-4 metres in height, can't they?
Mine,
if you want them to.
Yes.
But you can prune them back. You can keep them smaller if you want to.
and they don't grow too woody, so they're actually quite easy to prune as well.
Yeah.
But when I was working really hard yesterday, Bex, we went out on the nursery to have a look at these. Hello there, this is the Sambucus Sutherland Gold, and I mean, it just looks magnificent right now on the nursery. I've got Sambucus in my garden. I chose them because they're relatively quick to grow. They're very easy, actually, and this one does have the RHS Award of Garden Merit as well. Now, it reminds me a little bit of an Acer, and it's nothing to do with the Acer family. In fact, it's part of the elderflower family. But because of the serrated foliage, I don't know, it just always reminds me a little bit of Acers, but nothing like them. This is something that will do very nicely in a part shady position. Doesn't mind a little bit of wind, anything like that. It is fully winter hardy to about -10. And on top of the gorgeous foliage that you'll get with the Sambucus, you also get little flowers, you get berries as well. It loses its leaves in the winter, but as I say, winter hardy to -10. And then it comes back every year, and it is really quite fast growing. And this at full height can be up to about 4 meters as well. So yeah, an absolutely gorgeous plant. Arrives in that big 3-litre pot and will give you wonderful foliage throughout the summer, and the flowers and the berries as well. Joe, we love it when we go out in the nursery because I mean, it gives you an idea as well of the quality of our plants. I mean, there were hundreds of the Sambucus Sutherland Golds there, but all pretty much identical. And I love to say, Sambucus, really lovely plants. Nothing to do with Acers, but because of the kind of dissected foliage, they do look a little bit Acer-like in our opinion.
Yeah, I think they're beautiful, honestly. And what I love is the shades that you're getting from here. So gorgeous dissected leaves, really, really Acer-like in that. But when you look at it, you get shades of yellows and golds and limes, and that, when it's grown to a large size, that is incredible. But you also get flowers from this. You also get berries from this as well. So there's so much that goes on with it.
So they're actually part of the elderflower family, but I look at them and think I'm like Acers. But really, nice and fast growing, beautiful foliage, and I've just realised the price is
I need one of these. I definitely need one of these in my garden. I've got the black lace.
Oh, that'd look great
with the pink pink flowers on it. Absolutely beautiful. But I think that next to it would look really pretty, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But a really big established plant in a 3-litre pot for just $11.99. Absolutely brilliant.
My attention was drawn because there's an email in here that is titled "Sorry, Bex."
Oh.
I was like, what? No, it's Karen in Lincolnshire saying, "Hi, this is my front garden we did last year.
Why is she apologising though?
So agapanthus we split and planted with dividers to restrict the roots. They have done quite well. Look at me, took me and my husband a few weeks to do, but got there in the end. These look incredible."
I see why she's apologising now.
Look at that. Wow.
And do you know what? I love what you've done there, because that's really...
so pretty.
It's low maintenance, but so stylish.
I love it.
And you notice every plant there, don't you?
I absolutely love that design.
Love it. Well done.
So nice. Well done, Karen.
Yeah.
There's another picture on the email.
Stylish.
Let me see what else she sent. Stoop.
It was distracted there.
Oh, yeah. Look, I just love it. That border is so pretty.
Yeah, I do.
You must be so happy every time you look out your door. Yeah. Honestly, our gardens make us smile, don't they?
They really do. I was wandering around mine at 5 o'clock this morning.
So yes, I'm very jealous.
Yes.
5 o'clock this morning?
I could put 5, yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah. I was up with my little boy at 4 a.m. because he came in. I was like, and he came in, Mum. I was like, oh, what? He's like, I can't sleep. His leg was aching. I think he's having a bit of a growth spurt. Oh. And bless him, he couldn't sleep. So I went and got in bed with him and I massaged his leg. I was there for about half an hour.
Bless you.
That's why I was late this morning, because I fell asleep.
You weren't that late.
Not very, but I woke up a bit late. But yes, I was up at 4 a.m. with my son.
I've been first to work the past few times.
I know, that happens, doesn't it? I'm normally first to work.
Yeah, Bex is all like, yeah. I normally arrive a little bit later with coffees and cokes. Right, we've got now our plant of the week, and it's the Azalea Star. We've both got this.
Yeah.
$22.99. It is normally £40, but it is our deal of the week. And I mean, these look so healthy. So
healthy. And the thing is, they do look like this all year round, which is absolutely incredible. Evergreen, beautiful. Love the foliage, actually. And it's so interesting when the flowers come on, because the foliage match the flowers.
Yeah,
you get
same shape.
It's the same shape, and it does get covered in those beautiful bright pink flowers. Much breeding work went into this. It's the result of an 18-year breeding programme in order to create this, and it has 2 blooms on it. It blooms as you would expect from an azalea, sort of May time.
Yeah, April,
but then
May.
it will also do it again. In fact, mine throws out the occasional odd flower every now and
mine
then.
does.
But then it'll do it again late summer, sort of August and into September as well.
And the colour of the flowers, it's this beautiful kind of bright pinky crimson, but yet they're almost like ribbons. So it's unlike any other azalea that we've ever seen. It really does have star style, but it will need, just to let you know, it will need an acid soil. So do bear that in mind. It is an azalea, and although it's very different in terms of its design, its structure, the leaves, the flowers, it will still need an acid soil. So if you're putting it in a border, mix in some ericaceous compost. If you're putting it in a pot, again, just plant it in ericaceous compost. We do have that on the YouGarden website. But yeah, 2 lots of flowers, stunning colour.
Totally winter hardy, super easy, very unique, quite exotic looking. I think it's a bit of a showstopper.
And we're just being honest. My star style azalea was in slightly too sunny a position and was getting a little bit singed, and yours was in slightly too much shade.
Mine's in too much shade. So I've got it in a pot and I keep it at the front because my dog does like to chew on stuff. And these are a bit toxic to dogs. So I keep mine in a pot and I keep it at the front of the house because then my dog can't get to it. But yeah, it's just in a slightly shady spot. So I just need to move it a little bit more into the sunshine. That's going to really help with the blooms.
Ideally, sort of like part sun, dappled is perfect for these. Don't grow too tall either. So
no, they stay really nice and compact.
Yeah, but they will spread more that way, but they are not going to get really that much taller.
Only about 30, 40 centimetres in height. But yeah, if you put them in a nice big pot, they will fill it. Like the Durham or the extra large.
They look great in those.
They would fill those out really nicely.
The Durham and the Helix look fabulous. But they are evergreen and they are fully winter hardy as well. Do you know, I'm too warm. I'm going to take my shirt off. I'm going to keep the T-shirt on. Do not worry.
It's getting warmer, isn't it?
It
I'm
is.
starting to feel it now.
I'm just going to nip and have a very discreet
You go
change.
do that. Oh, hang on. We've got a clip of you
on
the nursery showing us this yesterday.
That will give me time
there you go.
to take off this shirt and cool down.
Let's
have a look on the nursery. I'm not complaining. Oh, it's too warm today. I don't like this heat. I'm only joking. But yeah, let's see these on the nursery. This is an extraordinary azalea. It's called Azalea Star Style, and it really does have star style. First of all, just look at the foliage. It doesn't really even look like an azalea, but these on the nursery, really, really healthy, really compact. And actually it stays compact, so it will only ever grow to about 40 centimetres in terms of height, so it's really quite low to the ground. Spreads to about ½ a metre, but in springtime, so you imagine next spring, this bursts into flower, you get these lovely kind of pink or white flowers that are like stars, and they really stand out. And they almost mirror the foliage, so very similar shape. So it doesn't even really look like an azalea, but it is. It has been meticulously bred, very easy to grow. I always think azaleas do best in part shade, nice well-drained soil, fully winter hardy, we say to -10, so really, really robust. But it really does have style. And when it flowers, it would look magnificent. And if I was you, I'd maybe think about going for a few of these and having in the beds and borders. One little thing, it is an acid-loving plant. So make sure if you put it in the ground, mix in some ericaceous compost. They did look fantastic on the nursery.
They did, didn't they?
Well, I feel better now I've got that
There you go.
I didn't like that shirt anyway. So I look like my dad.
We all turn into our parents eventually. It happens.
It does, doesn't it?
It happens.
I know. I don't mind looking a bit like my dad.
There you go.
He was my dad, yeah. He was.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Just showing you the rest of the nursery.
By the way, yes, there's a little glimpse.
There's the compost coming up in a bit.
I love it when our robotic cameras just have a moment to themselves, don't you? We'll just do our own thing. So anyway, if you like the star style, it is down from nearly £40 to £22.99. As Bex said, you normally get flowers like most azaleas, April, May time, but you may well get that second bloom.
Yeah, absolutely. And an occasional random one thrown out just for good measure. Why not?
Right, we have also got so many great plants in the show, but Your free gift today is your lavender hitcot.
Yeah, in the 9cm pot, an actual live plant. A lot of the time we've done bulbs and feeds and things like that, which is brilliant. But this, the lavender last week was the first time we did it as a live plant, and we've kept it going for this week. So if you are collecting these, you want to create a gorgeous border with them, you can absolutely do that. The more orders you place, the more of these you will receive. It's one per order.
Yeah, and I've got a whole border of lavender, Bex's as well. They are so beautiful in terms of fragrance. They're evergreen. They like full sun, well-drained soil, but they're very easy to grow in the UK.
I'm propagating from mine.
You said you were going to try that.
Yeah, I did a little video on it the other day. So my border has, down the front of the house, over the years, it's got loads of weeds in it. And I kept trying to pick them out and stuff, but unfortunately it's got loads of these perennial weeds growing through it, and grass is starting to come through. So it still looks beautiful. The bees are still absolutely loving it, but it's time. So what I'm going to do, I did it the other day. I cut some of these, what you want is the fresh side shoots, and I've cut some of those off. I've taken the lower leaves off, a bit of rooting powder in some pots, and I'm propagating, hopefully, 20 brand new plants from mine. So this is how cool this is. Once you've got this, you don't actually have to get it again.
So I love Bex's dedication, but I'm thinking just place loads of orders and get loads of free ones.
You can.
Do
whatever you like.
I'm already joking.
But I'm going. I'm creating some babies, basically.
That reminds me. So my Verbena bonariensis, and we've got that potentially available in the perennial collection. It's self-seeded everywhere.
Yeah.
So do you want any?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Always.
Because literally, we've got them on next week's show, and if you buy them next week, hopefully they'll do what mine have done, and they've self-seeded. So yeah,
Lovely. Yes, please.
I've got about 100, seriously.
Really?
Seriously, yeah.
Wow.
But I love it. I love it when you get free plants.
Me too.
And that is a free plants with every single order today. So we've got to move on to our beautiful little helianthemums, rock roses, next. Just very quickly, you get 6 plug plants for $9.99. You can double up and get for 12 for $14.98. These dainty little flowers will appear all summer long. They love they grow on rockeries. When they're called rock roses, they love kind of gravelly, dry conditions.
Yeah, great ground cover. You know, if you've got gaps somewhere, then you stick some of these in, basically. Just make sure it's in a sunny spot, because they do want sunshine. But they will create that gorgeous ground cover. They don't get massively tall, only get to about maybe 20 centimetres, but they'll spread by 30 centimetres. And they work in a variety of areas. It doesn't have to be a rockery. It can be anywhere you want to put them, really, as long as it's sunny.
So my voice is like an octave higher today. I'm going to apologise.
I think you're all giddy. You're chirpy today.
I am chirpy.
You are very chirpy.
Yeah, I'm
You're normally chirpy, but you're uber chirpy today.
The sun's shining. Oh,
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Up at 5 a.m, out in the garden, bit of sunshine.
Having a barbecue tonight with Mum and a toy boy.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, don't worry at home. We're thinking, Sean's mum, 83, she's got a toy boy. He's 92.
How is he a toy boy?
Because he looks really good.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
He doesn't look 92.
No. He's an ex-runner and he's really fit.
Is he?
Yeah. He's really good. I mean, he's amazing for 92. And, true story, he only got into gardening in his sort of mid-80s.
Yeah, your mum got him into it, didn't she?
Yeah.
And now he loves it?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
How lovely is that? Seriously. Because Terry, I don't know, without sounding morbid, but a lot of his friends have passed away, and he was getting a bit lonely, and he got into gardening.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah, and he's really good. He didn't think he is, but he is. He's really good, and he loves YouGarden. Right, so those are the helianthemum little rock roses, 6 plugs, or you can double up as well.
Let's get this one at the front.
I was going to say, let's talk though about our double-flowered hibiscus.
I adore this collection.
It's amazing.
I love the fact that you're getting all 3 of these included in here, because you're going to get 3 beautiful colours. You've got that gorgeous kind of lavender blue one. You're getting the beautiful pink and that gorgeous white included. Specially selected, put together those 3 colours because they blend so well. They're really harmonious. And one of my favourite things about the hibiscus is that they are late flowering. They're the transitional plant, aren't they? Sorry, they start around now, sort of June, July time. But they keep going right the way through to October.
I'll be honest, mine are still not out, but they've got loads of buds.
Loads of buds. Mine are just about to start opening.
Now, you might be thinking, because if you've travelled abroad, you'll have seen hibiscus, and you're thinking, hang on, can you really grow hibiscus in the UK? Because a lot of the Mediterranean varieties are not winter hardy. These are totally winter hardy. They come with our lifetime guarantee. They flower, as we were saying, late summer into autumn. Keep deadheading, of course, as well. They are kind of moderate in terms of their growth rate. Don't go too big, so maybe about 1.5 meters, that kind of size. And the flowers on this one, the chiffon collection, are absolutely beautiful. And you tend to get a huge amount of flowers like this on an established hibiscus. So they like full sun, so the sunny position is better. They don't, I mean, they'll tolerate part sun, but they prefer sun.
They prefer sun. If you want the flowers, then you need to put as much sun on them as possible. That's why I keep mine in my pot rather than planting it into the borders, because my borders are just a bit too shady, and the full sun border, it's full. I can't fit anything in. So I've got it in a pot. It's in my south-facing garden, right up against the house. It's going to get the most sun, which means I'm going to get the most flowers from it.
And they are, no, this is, don't panic next year. If it gets to April and they just look like twigs, because they are deciduous, they lose the leaves in the winter, but honestly, they're one of the slowest sometimes to come back into leaf. This year wasn't too bad because we had quite a mild winter, but sometimes it's May till you get any leaves. But don't panic, my mum does it every year.
Yeah, don't rip them up and think they're dead and
my
throw
mum's
them
like,
away.
oh, my hibiscus have died this year. I'm like, no, they haven't, mum. They feel winter harder and they always come back. They really do. But they are beautiful. And they will tolerate fairly poor soils as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're not too fussy in terms of soil type either. Very easy to grow, actually. Very easy.
Yeah, love the double flowers that you get with that chiffon variety as well. I mean, you can get the ones that are single flowered, and they're beautiful, but I just like that extra interest with the doubles.
Yeah, why not? More ruffles,
more
petals,
ruffles,
more beauty. But all three of those. Who was it that asked about? Do you want it to plants?
Oh, easy flowering.
Easy flowering.
Stu told us that.
It was ages ago. Sorry.
Sandy, was it?
Sandy.
There you go.
Absolutely hibiscus.
Totally.
Easy, flower every year, and fully winter hard in the UK. Amazing.
Yes, I did get Dingo's message.
What Dingo say?
Flame lilies haven't flowered yet. Well, they haven't done anything at all. Have you got growth? Have you got green? You know, have you got growth coming on them? Oh, his diddly squat.
I love that expression. I've heard it in years.
I'm so sorry, Dingo.
I am.
I'm so sorry. I mean,
Did you start yours off in your conservatory or the area?
I started them off in the conservatory. So I put them in, and I put a lid on. So I had a little container.
Yeah.
I didn't put them in our premium professional compost. I didn't. I had some other compost that I was using up.
But if Peter, the head gardener's watching...
Sorry.
Au revoir,
I'm
Bex.
just being honest. I used...
No, occasionally you run out and it's really annoying.
Yeah.
I know.
So I put them in a container, I put them in there, and I put a lid on the top. I kept them well watered. They stayed on my conservatory windowsill.
See, that gets
when did we plant them? Like February, March?
I was going to February, March, but your conservatory gets on a sunny day.
It's south facing, so it gets a lot of sun. And I kept them on the
yours all
windowsill
came up,
there.
didn't they?
They took ages, though. I genuinely thought nothing was happening with them. And in fact, I actually dug one up, which you're not supposed to do. But I did. I moved all the soil, compost, and I had a little look. And there was a tiny shoot coming off one. So I was like, OK, be patient. And then all three of them started shooting. And I've got gorgeous flowers.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry. And I don't mean to gloat. I'm just trying to say what I did.
Yeah. But remember, Bex's... agapanthus have never flowered. We all have winners and losers. You know.
Never flowered. Honestly, I've had that
most
agapanthus for 4 years. Still not got a flower.
But if you're looking for something easy and reliable, anyone else that's watching, definitely go for your hibiscus. All three of those at £19.97 today. And that's 5 to 1, 1 at 6.7. Now we're going to move on to a plant that really has got very fond memories for both of us. It's the Hypericum.
Love it.
And this was one of the first plants we had on YouGarden TV when we launched it. We're coming to our first anniversary, actually.
I know.
In a couple of weeks' time, aren't we?
So excited about that. Got to make sure we're all here.
We have. We need to do something special. So it's nearly a year since we started our first live streams, and we've had a brilliant first year, so thank you so much. But yeah,
a year since we started our new careers. How exciting.
Yes.
So exciting.
Don't we get a moment, do you?
No, not at all.
Really don't.
Not at all.
So many of you will know we did work for another shopping channel. It's a long story, but yeah, we chose to go slightly different, on a slightly different path, and really specialise on what we love, which are plants and gardening.
Working out so far.
Yeah, it's working out brilliantly. We've had a fantastic year, and although we're both very knowledgeable in terms of plants, you always learn, and you know there are people watching that will be more knowledgeable than us.
Yeah.
There's always things that you learn, and we learn every single show. We learn from you, we learn from Peter, our head gardener. We're always getting new plants on the show, new varieties, new breeds, but this one was one of the first that we brought you, and I've got to say, sorry. Yesterday it had a lot more flowers on it, Bex.
yeah. I mean, it should have some flowers on it. I mean, like they do have flowers on them. They have buds, they have berries, and they flower for ages. June, July, August, September into October. This video here was shot 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I remember being out with Stu, and we were out on the nursery floor, gorgeous sunny day, and this is what this plant looks like, and it looks like it for several months of the year.
And again, Sandra was looking for easy flying plants. This is so easy, and it does flower for many months, and you get the berries. And
wildlife absolutely adore it. The pollinators adore those flowers. Look at those gorgeous stamens, but of course you get the berries on there as well, so it invites the birds into your garden. The birds are then going to help you to do other pest control in your garden. This is why we need to create that ecosystem within our gardens, and planting plants like the Hypericum Miracle Attraction, I think, is a fantastic one, because you're going to invite all of those pollinators, the birds coming in, they'll get the snails and things. It's brilliant.
And when we say this is sun or semi-shade, but I've actually seen them do okay, really quite not like total shade,
but good shade.
Yeah, they were very robust plants actually. And I think just great value. If you want something easy that delivers for many, many months of the year, the Hypericum is definitely a great choice. And it's already well established in a 2-litre pot. This one, I don't know where the flowers have gone this one, but most of them on the nursery do have flowers.
I think we might have knocked it.
Yes, it does occasionally happen.
You lot, honestly. Andrew.
What?
My Agapantha's coming on nicely.
Okay. Okay, Andrew. He's a good gardener. No, Andrew's a really good gardener.
Andrew's a really good gardener. Yeah, look at this picture here. Oh my word, look at the Sunbelievables there. The Agapantha's just beautifully in the background.
Now, Andrew, I did ask last week, do you work? Are you retired? How much time do you have? Oh, he works in a care home, doesn't he?
10-hour shifts in a care home. Wow. Yeah, look at all
Because Andrew,
those.
honestly, your garden is amazing, but it does look like you do that full time. But you always put a smile on our faces. You really do.
Yeah, that's it. Keep sending your Agapanthus pictures, everybody. I'm dying to see them.
I'll send mine in next week. That'd be the straw that breaks the camel's back, I tell you. Right, let's talk about our Lavateria next. I always used to pronounce this as Lavateria for some reason, for years. I did. Yeah.
Stu calls it the Lavateria.
No, Lavateria marshmallow. This is an absolutely gorgeous collection. And again, I always think with Lavateria, it's another really easy one. I mean, mine are fantastic this year. It's been a good year for them. Definitely.
Yeah, they do. I think they do like this moist weather, don't they?
And again, they flower for such long periods.
Yeah, they go June, July, August, September. Even tickling into October, I think, as well, don't they?
Mine's great, and they're really quite fast growing as well. So very, very quick at establishing themselves. All the flowers always come in the new growth. Yep. So, I'm never scared if there's bits that look a bit straggly, bits that are too pointing in the wrong direction. I have no problem trimming them back and still get loads of flowers.
You get loads of growth from it, and it's so low maintenance as well. Yeah. I mean, you literally just prune them back in spring, don't you? So leave them to do their thing all the way through the year, and then prune them back probably to about, 30, 40 centimetres, maybe?
I didn't prune mine back quite as much as that, but I could have.
Yeah, I think you can quite easily, and then they will reliably just come back, and they just give you clouds and so many of these flowers. 3 gorgeous colours. It's a bit like our hibiscus collection, actually. You've got those beautiful shades that work nicely together. That nice dusky pink, the white, and then the white with the pink centre.
But, we do sell bigger varieties of these, and we do sell them in, 2-litre, 3-litre pots, but they are fast growing. They establish really quickly. Got mine in a sunny position. So I've got them in a sunny position, and they literally just flower all summer long. And Bex said you can chop them really quite hard back in springtime, and they will flower on the new growth. So you never have to, sometimes there's plants you go and say, do I prune it now? Do I prune it later? What I do sometimes do in autumn, I sometimes prune a little bit off just to protect it, because my garden's quite exposed, just to protect the top from the winds, because it tends to, where it is, move around a lot. So I trim it back a little bit in the autumn, but properly prune it in the springtime.
Yeah, I used to put my garden to bed. I used to call it putting my garden to bed in autumn, and I used to go around and prune and trim and make everything look neat and tidy. I've stopped doing that now.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I've stopped doing it because it's just not necessary. unnecessary, and actually it's more beneficial to certain plants to leave that growth on
and
over
to
the
the
winter.
insects and things as well.
Absolutely.
I tend to let a lot of things develop seed heads and things, and then get free plants. Right,
welcome to Alistair, by the way, who's in the chat. I think he's relatively new to us, so thank you very much for joining us. Hello, Alistair. Send us some pictures of your garden, Alistair, if you haven't already.
I've just realised we look tan today, Bex. Or is it just the camera?
Because I've put loads of bronzer on this morning.
Is it?
I've not been out in the garden at all. Well, not for any prolonged periods of time to get any decent suntan exposure.
So I was out in the nursery yesterday afternoon. It was boiling hot. So
I was sat in a car driving to London.
Oh yeah. Right, on that note,
it's beautiful. Alistair, if you want to share your pictures and share them with our wonderful friends here who are watching, show us your garden. YGTV at YouGarden.com. Send us any pictures. We love to see inside your gardens.
Well, let's remind you of everything we've seen so far. Still got loads of plants to come. We're live, of course, until 12:30 today. Bex and I. Right, we started off with bananas, didn't we? So do you know what? This is so random. I suddenly thought of a Boonton Rats song that's got the word banana in the title. Anyway, go on. Right, these are our architectural banana plant collection. Now, on a serious note, these are some of the best looking plants right now on the nursery. You've got Chinese hardy, you've got red abyssinian, and you've got Musa banju as well. So this is the red abyssinian is the only one that really will need added protection. So this does not like frost, but it's a beauty. The other two are hardy, we say, to about -5. But again, do bear in mind, you might still want to fleece these, you might still want to put them in a greenhouse, bring them inside during the winter months, but we've picked two that are really, really hardy, and the flowers that you can get are absolutely spectacular. Those flowers can last several months, but these will not produce bananas, so do not expect to be getting bananas in your garden, but what they will give you is outstanding foliage, and those kind of paddle-shaped leaves can be absolutely huge on an established plant, and these can grow in the UK 1.5 metres plus. But in their height of growth during the summer months, like now, they can produce leaves, so many big leaves, what appears to be every few days. So they really can, in peak growth, produce the most amazing, huge paddle-shaped leaves. They're gorgeous and an architectural must. 680-114. Then, now we've got some really special alliums that basically flower in summer and late summer. So I know a lot of us think about alliums being spring bulbs and appearing in kind of May time, but this variety will flower in June, July onwards. 561206. Don't forget, whatever you're purchasing today, you will get your free gift, which is the lavender hidcote, I'd say the UK's favourite lavender. And the other allium that we've got is the lavender bubbles. Now these are on a buy one get one free, don't forget. So you buy one in a 2 litre pot, you get another absolutely free, and these are only $14.99. If you're not a club member, by the way, you can join the club today for £5 for the year on auto renewal, and you will get a 10% discount on all of your plants. But the lavender bubbles is a little bit more intense in terms of colour, a bit more purple. Then we've got some brilliant deals on our hostas. Now this is a lovely variety, and it's called Blue Angel. So there is a lovely kind of blue hue to the foliage on this one. Now, many of you will know hostas love shade. I mean, you can put them in sunny positions, but they are ideal for shade. They do produce lovely flowers as well in the summer months, but predominantly they are grown for their extraordinary foliage. And this one is a true beauty. Just make sure that if you want to make sure every leaf is perfect, you really want to give it protection from things like slugs and snails, and strulch that we've also got on the show would be absolutely perfect for that. Then we have also got for you a really lovely hardy pomegranate bush. Now I say lovely, it's really cute, this one. Only grows to about 1 metre, so not going to be huge. It will arrive covered in flowers, so if you buy it right now, the ones on the nursery really have dozens and dozens of these extraordinary. They're like a ruffled orange, but they've got a waxy feel, and this one will produce real pomegranates in the UK. But they will taste delicious, but not be quite as big as the ones that you may find in the supermarket. Now, it does like to be in a really sunny spot. So if you've got a south-facing area, a nice, maybe sunny wall, grow it in a pot against that. It will love being there. So hardy to minus 8, loves a sunny spot and a sheltered position. But yes, every one of those flowers has the potential to be a pomegranate 680066. Then we brought you the Dicentra. And this is, I know this is bleeding heart, and because of the extraordinary kind of heart-shaped open flowers. Now it normally flowers kind of April, May time. It can do well in fairly shady areas, so again, great in sunshine, but can really, really thrive in more shady areas. And you get these lovely stems that actually go kind of horizontally across from the plant, and then you've got all the hearts hanging from them. So they really, again, they're just a very, very pretty, adorable plant to have in the garden. Very easy to grow, so they love that kind of slightly shady position, and they do flower in springtime, so like April, May time, and then die down in the winter. 56767 for the Dicentra. Beautiful, because it, again, in terms of variety, these are pure white. You often see these with the red and the white, but these are actually pure white with just a little bit hint of yellow in there as well. Then we brought you one of my favourites. It's the Sambucus Sutherland Gold. Now you've got the most stunning foliage on this one. These exquisite dissected leaves in greens and golden colours and yellows. Grows quite quickly and can grow 2-3 metres or so in terms of height. Great for foliage, but it does produce little white flowers followed by the berries. It's actually part of the elderflower group. So it's actually, because you might have to go, it looks a bit Acer-esque, but it's not at all. It's actually from the elderflower family, but it's a brilliant, brilliant plant and an easy one to grow here in the UK. I've got quite a few Sambucas in my garden, and my garden's quite exposed and they still do really well there. Now, bamboo is coming up next, but this is a bamboo that has got the RHS Award of Garden Merit, and it's called Fargesia rufa, fountain bamboo is its popular name. And there are so many reasons to go for this one. So first of all, it is not invasive. It is not an aggressive bamboo. It's not one of those that can kind of become a nuisance. So it's very, very well behaved. Now it's called the fountain bamboo because the actual bamboo stems on this are a lot more delicate. So they're a lot thinner, they don't have a thick diameter. And what happens as this gets a little bit taller, it starts to cascade over, so it produces this absolutely beautiful fountain shape. It is evergreen, so you get that lovely foliage all year round. The only thing that you need to do with bamboo, it likes to be kept wet. So it does like to be in a moist environment. Keep it well watered. Never allow it to dry out. If you let it dry out, basically some of the leaves will go yellow and brown and then fall off. You can revive them if they dry out. You can, quite often salvage them, but really you want to just keep them well watered pretty much all year round, and that will give you this fabulous, beautiful foliage 365 days of the year. But that is such a great variety, great in pots and containers, great next to water features, great next to your rattan furniture. Buddhas look good next to bamboo. It's a really extraordinary plant. I love that. I'm thinking about buying that one myself today. And that is 680,145. Then another brilliant deal is the Hardy Hibiscus Chiffon Collection. Now you actually get 3 of these, all in 9cm pots. Hibiscus flower kind of July onwards, so they bridge that gap when other things are maybe dying down. These really are in their full glory in July and August and September time. And these are lovely chiffon flowers, so they're doubles, they're big, they're blousy. Loves a sunny position and well-drained soil, will tolerate quite poor soils as well, but very, very easy to grow. 1997 511 167. And then we also brought you our deal of the week, which is the Azalea Star Style. Now this is an extraordinary azalea. Took several years, I think about 18 years to develop this, and it's just unlike any other azalea. So the foliage in terms of its shape and size of the leaves and length of the leaves, these long kind of narrow leaves, the flowers match those beautifully, and they're this deep crimson pink. Flowers April, May time, but you may well get a second flourish as we head into autumn. We're not heading there yet, it's summer today and it's really warm outside, which is brilliant. But the only thing you need to remember is azaleas are acid-loving plants, so you will need an ericaceous compost. We've got that on our website. Now, We are going to go to our best-selling product here on YouGarden. And we've got so many of you watching today that are club members that have been with YouGarden for many years, and pretty much all of our regulars swear by this compost.
Oh, absolutely,
really
yeah. Olwyn always calls it the gold medal or gold star product.
Yes,
gold medal product. Elaine, Roger, I know so many of you that constantly will comment on how good this is, and we use it as well.
We really do.
We run out. Don't run out. Apparently Elaine got a delivery yesterday.
Well done, Elaine.
It's definitely one you don't want to run out of because it's so frustrating when you do.
And don't forget, maybe you've placed an order this morning already and you're thinking, oh, actually, I needed some compost. You've got free delivery on this. So postage is included. Some of you have placed separate orders because if you place a separate order for your compost, you'll get another free gift, which is the lavender hip cut. So don't forget that free gift is with every separate order that you place.
How much is that free gift worth?
$3.99.
$3.99.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's amazing. If you take that off the price of the compost, you're a club member, you'll get 10% discount off there as well. It does actually make this compost incredibly affordable, but it's not about getting the cheapest compost. It's about getting the best compost, and that is what this compost is. It's premium professional compost. It is the compost that we use here at the nursery, specially formulated. A lot of energy and work has gone into creating this compost to be the best compost for your plants, and not just your outdoor plants either. This is great for indoor plants as well. The texture of it is incredible, and as soon as you open the bag, if you've been using any other compost, as soon as you open this bag of compost, you'll be able to smell and feel the difference, won't you?
Yeah, and honestly, if we were blindfolded now in the nursery and there was several bags of compost, I think
I could tell.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We tell by the texture and the gorgeous smell as well.
The smell is amazing.
It's
Fresh.
A fresh forest.
It's earthy, it's beautiful.
Really is. So you've got 50% composted wood fibre here. That gives it this amazing texture. It's fine enough for seeds, but there's enough bulk in there for pretty much all your plants and even trees as well. I've got Christmas trees growing in this right now, and they're doing fantastically well. Not that I'm planning Christmas quite yet.
Not yet, no. This is the composted wood fibre that you'll see in there as well. I've just found a little sort of chunk of it. It's really beautifully composted, and that adds this lovely fine texture to the compost. And you can sort of see it running through the compost as well. So that what really helps to make this a really light, airy texture. And that's really important if you think about root growth. Like little roots trying to get in there. If it's a small plug plant or it's seeds you're growing, those tiny roots need space to get through the compost and to be able to spread and form a really nice, strong, tight root structure. They need room to breathe as well. Oxygen is vital to root development. This is why my clay soil is a nightmare. But being able to move and to move through that compost is really, really important. And that composted wood fibre does help for that because it creates this lovely open texture.
Now you've also got 3 different types of peat in there. So you've got white and dark peats and the sphagnum moss peat as well. And over the years, we have reduced the amount of peat. It used to be very heavy in terms of peat, but now we're putting the minimum amount to give you maximum results. But that peat being there still will make a really good difference to your plants. And I can honestly say, I've never had failures with this compost.
No, me neither.
Composted wood fibre, you've got 3 different types of peat in there as well. Bex is looking for your slow-release fertiliser, I can tell, there you go.
Yeah, loads of little green balls inside here. Now that is filled with a fertiliser. That fertiliser is going to stay in the compost. It's going to, that little casing sort of biodegrades, basically. It releases the feed into the compost, and these are going to feed your plants for a good 5 or 6 months once you first plant things in here. And it's important for plants to be able to get hold of that feed as and when they need to get it. Unless you're on it with feeding, which I'd say I'm going to be every year. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it regularly. I never manage to do it. I start with good intentions and then a month goes by and I'm like, oh, I need to feed the plants.
Unfortunately, it's often the last job on your list. So the first is, on a hot day like today, your first job's like watering, just to make sure every plant gets good water. But then you're always doing, then the deadheading in July is so important because unless you deadhead things like your summer bedding, it just goes over. Then there's always all the weeding, and there's been loads of weeds. So you're right, it's quite often the feeding is the last job on the list, but it is so important. But that's almost like an insurance. It's
already
a backup.
in there. Yeah.
Now today is really hot. Tomorrow is going to be 26.
Scorcher, isn't it?
Yeah, scorcher tomorrow, 26 degrees. No complaints.
No
I've been waiting for this. If anyone dares say, my mum would be complaining tomorrow, I'll tell you. My mum spent the last last 2 months ago, no, we've had no summer. Tomorrow my mum will be like, oh, it's too hot for me. I can't bear this heat. But tomorrow, many hanging baskets will dry out. Many pots will dry out. If you use this compost, there is a wetting agent in there. So if the pot dries out, the hanging basket dries out, the moment you water it, rather than the water just coming all the way over the side of the hanging basket, the wetting agent makes the water stick to the compost. So it rehydrates really quickly.
It's great, honestly. It makes such a big difference.
It does.
There's also a pH buffer included in here as well, so it sounds all fancy, but essentially it puts the pH levels of this compost somewhere around neutral. It's just sort of left of neutral.
Yeah.
But it's the perfect place for most of our plants to live in, basically. So there's certain things, like the azalea, for example, the star style, you need ericaceous compost for that. It's on the website.
Shows, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's it.
But everything else, probably 98% of the things we put in our garden is going to live a really happy life in this compost, as well as houseplants as well.
And a lot of you have been placing separate orders today. You get 100 litres for $24.98. Club members, join the club right now, and all you pay is £22.48. You actually, just imagine, every time you order compost, you get a 10% discount. Now, Penny has just messaged in. Is that on Facebook?
Yeah.
And Penny said that she changed her mum's hanging baskets for this compost, and they're so much better this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really
As
will
soon
be.
as you change, as soon as you use it, you see the difference. It's amazing.
If you want to become a better gardener overnight, just buy this compost. And we really, really mean that. Right, just really quickly, we have got a clearance price on these planters. $14.99 for one, but for 10 or more, you can get 4 for $24.99. These work out £6.25 each, and you'll get your free gift. They'll have a hit cut as well, and they are gorgeous planters. I mean, we're both really big fans of faux terracotta, because terracotta is heavy, it breaks, it cracks. These don't, and not only will these last you far longer, they're a lot easier to move around because they're lightweight.
Yeah.
Really
Super lightweight, really easy to move around. Obviously, once they're filled with compost and a plant, they'll be a bit heavier. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be throwing this around if it was terracotta, would I? I certainly wouldn't do this with it if it was terracotta either, because it would have broken my toe, but it would have been smashed all over the floor. These are much more hard wearing, and because they're frost resistant, they're UV stabilised, they're not going to have that problem that you'll get with cheaper, nastier plastic products that they last one season, they crack, they break. These have been designed to last you for many years. You've got that lovely reinforcement around the rim there. Can you see those extra ridges around the edges? That really helps. You know, when you pick it up and the edges break when you pick them up, that reinforcement is there to, designed to stop that from happening.
Now, I don't mind telling you, I repotted some of my plants outside the other day, and when I took them out of their old pots, some of them were really quite waterlogged, like a bit worrying. So, the bottom of the roots were just like soaking. And that was in some of my pots that only had maybe one drainage hole in the centre. These, because it is wetter nowadays, look at this. You've got 8 pre-drilled drainage holes. You don't have to get the drill out, you don't have to and they're a good size. So, and you can actually see that any excess water is going to drain away to these channels all the way around.
Yeah.
So it's very unlikely that a plant in here could get waterlogged.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think there's plenty of drainage holes in there, but the beautiful thing about these pots is if you do want to add extra drainage holes, it's much easier to add extra drainage holes to the bottom of a plastic pot than it is a ceramic pot.
If you ever do it with a ceramic, you're just so scared, aren't you? Like, you're there with that drill, is it going to crack?
It's easy to do with these if you want to, but I do think there's plenty on there, so you don't really need to at all. But if you want to, it's easy to do.
So these are on clearance today. If you're looking going, that's a really good price, it's an amazing price. Now, we do need you to start confirming your orders because we're only live today until 12:30. So do bear that in mind. Bex and I have got some filming to do this afternoon.
We have indeed.
So sorry, we're
just going to stop half an hour early. Give us a chance to have a wee. grab a sandwich and then change it all over and do it all again. It's not going to be live this afternoon, by the way. Just don't try tuning back in again. We're just doing some
filming this afternoon. And what we're doing, just to let you know, on the YouGarden website, and you probably notice this if you shop with us regularly, Bex and I and Adam, one of our other brilliant gardeners, we're doing a lot more online content. So if you ever need to find out about plants, there's online videos where we talk through them. We're also doing a lot more on our social media, so like Facebook and Instagram. Some great videos on there. I know you filmed quite a few over the last few weeks, Bex.
Yeah, we've done a few. Like
some great ones.
Jobs to do in July.
Yeah, I saw that one.
How to get your, if you've got a brand new garden or you're brand new to gardening, what sort of things you should be thinking about before you start planting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff happening.
Both of us are always filming along with Adam, just to make our social media just a lot more fun and a lot more educational as well. Occasionally, you may see our head gardener on there as well.
Every now and then.
Yes.
Oh yeah, thank you to, we've had a few people join the club this morning. We haven't really talked much about it, and it is a fantastic thing to join because obviously we've got amazing deals here on YGTV anyway, but we can make them even better.
So the funny thing is, Bex and I worked for YouGarden for many years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd worked for YouGarden. I'll be honest, under a different name on another shopping channel, but I'd worked
for 20 years.
For 20 years, I never knew about the club.
No.
And then suddenly we started here a year ago, and it was like, oh, do you know there's a discount club? And honestly, it's the best club. It's almost too good to be true. So, 2 options: auto renewal. That's the best option because it's only £5. You're saving £50 today, and basically you get all the same benefits as the £10 membership. The only difference is it is an auto renewal, but you can cancel at the end of the 12 months. The great thing is that if you lock in now to that auto renewal, that price will never ever go up. That's what you're going to pay for the rest of your life. In terms of benefits, we'll just talk through these. Every time that you order, you can do it today, you can join the club today and save on your first order, you'll get 10% off every plant and accessory. You also get 5% off outdoor living, Bex, don't you?
You do indeed, yeah. There's loads of things you can shop on the website. It's not just on things that we bring you in the YGTV show. You can go and shop the entire website, and you're going to get £20 worth of YouGarden vouchers to spend throughout the year. So you'll get your 10% discount off your first order. You don't need to worry about that. Literally just join the club today and you'll get that 10%. A welcome pack is sent out to you which has details of everything else, including those YouGarden vouchers. Now here's a little secret that we've been sharing for the last couple of weeks. Normally those vouchers say they have dates on them, and they say you can spend one every 3 months. But here's the secret: you can spend them whenever you like. It's one per order, but you don't have to wait until the next one becomes valid due to the, what it says on the dates. You can spend them all in one day if you want. If you place 4 orders, you can use 1 per order.
And the cheeky thing is, what you could do on a day like today, you could place 4 separate orders.
Yeah.
And use 4 vouchers, 1 on each order, and you get 4 free gifts each time.
And you get 4 free gifts each time.
We really shouldn't be telling you these things,
Yeah, but see, I didn't know this until I did that show with our head gardener, Peter, a couple of weeks ago, and he actually let the secret out the bag, so I was like, well, that means I'm allowed to share it.
So you really can. Those vouchers are brilliant. You just can't use them all in the same order.
That's it, yeah.
But you could place 4 orders in a day and get 20 quid off in total.
And here's another question that we had, which was to do with our offer code you can see on screen right now, and the voucher code. Can you use both in the same order?
Yes.
Yes, you can. One is a discount voucher and one is an offer voucher, and there's 2 boxes on the website. They go into 2 different places.
So good.
So offer code, that's where you use the YGTV 2924. Gift voucher, that's where you use your YouGarden vouchers.
So honestly, I cannot understand why you would not join our club. Yes. Think of a reason. I cannot think of one. So, Olwyn, we're loving your style today, Olwyn.
Well done, Olwyn.
She's putting 2 separate orders for the compost. Love your style.
So she's going to get 2 free gifts.
Yeah, why not?
Brilliant, love it.
Do you know, funny enough, I was talking again to my friend Lynn that I mentioned earlier, and we were talking about crocuses. I honestly, last year, we had a free offer with crocuses, and I put in 10 orders in 1 week.
You went crocus mad, didn't you?
I got 10 bags of crocuses, and she did the same, actually. She bought loads of things. So it's up to you, but you don't have to, of course. Right, our next planters, we think these are really, really stylish. They're called the Lavelle planters. $14.98 for the twin pack. But I do believe there's a double up deal for this one as well.
Yeah, it's still there, basically. We're going to fix the details on the screen. So it's a twin pack. You can get 2 of them, $14.98, £5 saving. Brilliant.
That's
they work
really
out
good.
£7.50 each. But if you put 2 twin packs in your basket, you're going to get 4 of them delivered. It is £19.98. So it's only another £5 for the other twin pack, basically.
That's really good, isn't
it? So these then work out at £5 each.
And do you know what they are? We think they are so stylish, these. I mean, grey's always an in vogue colour, isn't it? It's always always stylish. And they've got a lovely grey finish. They've got a beautiful kind of recess to the pattern on them.
Yeah.
To me, they just look really, really high end.
They are. Definitely.
And a good size, so 25 centimetres.
Got the drainage holes in the bottom there as well.
So
How many have we got in there?
26.
2, 4, 6, 8 drainage holes in the bottom. Slightly raised in the centre as well, plus those channels coming away. So if these are flat on the ground, there is that extra room for them to drain away. Definitely beautiful. One of the best deals we've got, I think, with pots.
And we're both big fans of pots. We're potty about pots because the great thing is, especially this sort of size, they're really easy to replant. If you put in sort of like summer bedding in them, when the bedding goes over, I know, I like
the
that.
The lavender.
And that would fill that.
The lavender in there, the colour of that against that beautiful grey, that would look really nice, wouldn't it?
I like that a lot, Bex.
Ooh.
So actually, again, you're getting 4 planters on the double up deal for £20. The lavender is free with every single order today.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, I like that. The purple against the grey looks magnificent. Now, if you are looking for an absolute steal today, we have got a Lucky Dip perennial collection. I love a Lucky Dip. We both do. So a big box will arrive. You won't know what plants are in it, but we're going to give you a little idea because it will be all perennials, all tried and tested, all winter hardy. Most of them will look like sun or part sun. They're all repeat flowers that will come back every single year, but they're working at £1 each day. For club members, they're working about 90 pence. There's some great ones here.
Some great ones. I mean, we've got Artemisia, we've got Leucanthemum, we've got a gorgeous Salvia, we've got the...
Erigeron.
Thank you.
You
I was
always
going to
forget
say.
that one, don't you?
Do you know what I want to say? I want to say Erysimum, which is the bowl's mauve, but it's not. It's Erigeron. So we've got Erigeron in there.
Call it Sea Blossom. Then you might remember. Yeah.
So my Sea Blossom looks amazing at the moment. It's growing all the way through my Geranium Roseanne, and it looks so pretty.
It's a really good one. That.
We've got Geums included.
Yeah.
That one over there. That's an allium. I mean,
got
we
digitalis.
Oh, and an Aquilegia.
I can see hollyhock potentially. There's also it's a mixture of firm favourites.
We can't guarantee what you're going to get, but we can guarantee they will all be different. I know we've got 2 Leucanthemums in that little selection there, but I don't know why. But you will get 12 individually different plants. They will all be labelled, so you can then have that excitement of opening the box, working out what you've got and where you're going to plant them. Range of heights, sizes, colours, flowering periods. So you should, within this collection, I would say, be able to get plants that will flower for you, probably from around May time right the way through summer.
Yeah, so honestly, that's just one of the best value deals you're ever going to get. Right, we have got to quickly, because we're only here today till 12:30.
Stu's going to correct the whip.
But do you know what? We have been dying to get the Bougainvillea on the show. I remember seeing Bougainvillea when we first went abroad many decades ago, and I was just fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I thought, there's lots of different colours abroad, but the purple to me really always stands out.
It's quite a vibrant purple colour.
I gave Bex a Bougainvillea the other day, but a tiny one.
Yeah, it is teeny tiny. It's like, where's the camera?
It's small.
It's this big.
Yeah. So it's going to take quite a long time to get to this side.
It's fine. I don't mind. I quite like going on that journey with the plant, but you don't have to wait.
You don't.
You are getting a beautifully established 2-litre pot. It's up to 1 metre tall. It comes with the tripod of bamboo canes in there already. It is a climber, so it does need a bit of support.
Although it's a climber, it's not the best at clinging on, so it might need a bit of extra support.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about putting this into a tower pot, but it does get quite woody. I don't know if I would put it in a tower pot. What do you think, Shaun?
I don't think I would.
No. You think you'd create a frame for it?
Yeah, I agree, especially because it's this size already as well. So it's going to arrive covered in the bracts, which are these lovely. When I was younger, I used to look at those and think they're the flowers. They're not.
No, they're the bracts, aren't they?
But the flower is just the little white one in the centre, like a white yellow. But the bracts are what make it so stunning.
Yeah, totally. And it's the combination of the two, isn't it? Because that little white dot in the centre and then those purple bracts around the edge there is really beautiful. It does need a bit of protection from frost, though. So as much as this wants to be a sunny spot, take it outdoors during the summer and an absolutely gorgeous summer plant, it is something you're going to need to look after over the winter, right?
You cannot allow it to get hit by frost. I mean, what I do with mine, I do put mine in the greenhouse. My greenhouse isn't heated, but it does tend to stay above 0. But I also do protect them with some fleece and things like that. Or you could bring it inside, you've got a conservatory, something like that.
That's what I'm going to do with mine. It's going to live in the conservatory.
I'd be really happy with that.
It'd be beautiful in there.
But do you know what I will say is, if you just want your garden to be transformed right now into like a slice of the Mediterranean, just get one of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine having your next barbecue with one of those in a pot.
And if you've got one of your vouchers to use, knock an extra £5 off that one as well.
They are a little bit spiky, so the stems...
Yeah, I did just get a little bit spiked.
Yeah.
But not massively.
No, but they are...
Just a few little pointy bits. Be careful.
Yeah, so just be careful. If you're taking it off the frame that's in and put it in something else, just be a little bit careful with those.
Yeah.
So you'll find they are quite sharp. The little
spiky bits.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. Look.
They're not too bad. They're not thorns.
No.
They're not like rose bushes. They're just a little bit sharper.
No, there's sharper things in the garden, but just be a little bit careful.
Yeah.
That is stunning. Honestly, they're on the nursery right now. I sold them yesterday. They look absolutely amazing. That's a really big one at $24.99.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to move on to our little red robin now.
Photinia, the little red robin. Now, I love Photinia. I've got a massive, great big Photinia in the corner of my garden. It's beautiful. Absolutely adore it. It really does delight me every single year and all year round as well, because it's evergreen. You get the gorgeous new red foliage. You get flowers, which are so super fragrant.
I often forget about those.
The flowers have the most beautiful fragrance to them as well, and they sort of clean themselves up as well. It just looks amazing all year round, but this is the little red robin, so it's been bred to be that little bit smaller.
Yeah.
It'll still get to a...
I was going to say 60 to 80.
Oh, I might need to... I'll leave you to that one. I thought it got a little bit taller. I thought it got to about a metre 20.
Oh, well...
We'll double check that.
Yeah, we probably
You went to have a little look on the nursery though, didn't you?
I did, yes. We'll check the size.
You have a look at these.
I'm saying 60 to 80, but it's in the metre 20. It's
Get
probably
me phone.
metre. But we'll double check. But it's small. It's not going to go... like Photinia, not being funny. My in-laws have got like a hedge that's... it must be about 5 metres, 6 metres. This is a really compact variety. We'll give you the exact size in a moment's time. But here, I had a lovely day yesterday on the nursery. It's great. Bex and I, when we love our days here, when we're just out and about on the nursery, checking out the plants. And here I was checking out the little red robin. One of my favourite plants in my garden are my Photinias, particularly my red ones, and they're known as red robin. But sometimes Photinia red robin can be several metres high. You can even do hedges in it, can't you? This particular variety is a lot more compact. It's called Photinia Little Red Robin. And the reason being, this will only ever grow to around about 60 to 80 centimetres. So you've got maybe a smaller garden. If you want to maybe grow the Photinia Little Red Robin in pots, you can certainly do that. But what you'll still get is all that incredible coloured foliage. And right now on the nursery, there's so much new growth on the Photinias. You have just got this carpet of red and then the older leaves, that lovely green, and the contrast is simply breathtaking. And what I love about Photinia, it looks good all year round. It's evergreen. It is fully winter hardy. You do get the little flowers as well, the little white flowers, but this is predominantly grown for its exquisite foliage. And the great news is there's now this smaller, compact variety called Photinia Little Red Robin.
So there was Shaun out on the nursery. They do look amazing, don't they? That beautiful bright red growth that comes through. It really is quite a valuable thing. And the flowers, I can't get across to you if you've never smelt them. It is so sweet. It's super fragrant, and I absolutely adore them. We did have a little look. It will get to about a metre. Could get a little bit taller as well if it's in a favourable position. They are fantastic for creating sort of hedging and screening as well. But they look fantastic. Look, there's the flowers. They are incredible, honestly. It looks great all year round, and that is what is so beautiful about this. If you want the best foliage colour, put it into a full sun position, but it can happily cope in a slightly shady position as well. Total doer, ridiculously hardy, super, super easy to look after, that one as well. Prune it pretty much whenever you like, to be honest with you. I mean, if you want the fresh red growth, then do bear in mind you get the fresh red growth on the new foliage, so bear that in mind with your pruning, but it'll take pruning at any point. Next, we're going to bring you on to our Vinca collection. Now, Vincas are fantastic for creating a gorgeous carpet of colour. In fact, I think under Shaun's eucalyptus tree, these would probably work quite well because they don't even need the fullest, like sunniest position in the world. You're getting 3 gorgeous colours included in the collection here. And I love, love, love the way that these just spread and creep and create that gorgeous carpet. They flower for ages as well. They normally start early on in the year, sort of around April time, and then they just keep going right the way through the summer and into September as well. Moist soils needed, but sun or shade not really bothered. They root easily as well, so it's a bit like a strawberry plant, I think. You know how they throw out the runners and then those runners will just root down? That's what happens with these as well. They'll spread by about probably a good metre each one, but they're really easy to maintain because even if they spread a bit further than you want them to, you can just easily pull those up and contain the size that they get to. They really are an invaluable plant to sort of brighten those dull corners because these grow beautifully in those slightly more shady positions. Lovely glossy evergreen weaves too, but it also helps as a weed suppressant. So these are great if you've got a lovely, you know, a weedy spot. If you've got those weedy spots, then yes. These can really suppress those weeds. Can you not hear Stu?
No, don't.
Yeah, he's talking.
Oh, you're joking.
You can't hear him again, can you?
Not this again.
It's happened again.
Oh, I know what it is.
Sean's lost his talk back. He's going to switch it back on again.
Hang on.
We need to talk about that picture
talk to
as
me,
well.
Stu. Oh, there he is.
What did I just hit then? I want to get the
the
iPad.
Vinca. I've got the minor variety, and as Bex was saying, it's not like the major Vinca. I had the major Vinca in my old house.
Yes.
And it was a bit like, it was controllable, but it did kind of like send out lots of different shoots, and it did kind of spread a bit too much. It was a bit too keen. Yeah. But that one isn't, and it's a great, as you said, a great weed suppressor.
Great weed suppressing, great ground cover, and sort of, you know, as you say, valuable for those shady spots where you want to add a bit of brightness, add a bit of colour. You can do that with these.
And evergreen as well.
Yeah.
It's a great, and the sweet variety got lots of different types of foliage. So different varieties. So some are a bit more sort of like yellowy, some are solid, some have got a bit of cream in there. It's a lovely variegated foliage. Gorgeous. I
want to come back to...
Did you agree on the size of the Perrenial, by the way?
Yeah, just somewhere between a metre and a little bit taller.
Yeah. So. See, in between now.
Somewhere in between the middle.
Do you know when we say about size of plants as well? I was just thinking about this on my little loo break. You know, our website gives you an idea of size. But all plants are different. So we may say, oh, it's going to grow to 80 centimetres, but yours may grow to 60. It may grow to a metre. There's no exact size.
Depends on so many factors.
It does.
So we do try and be a little bit general when it comes to that.
And also, I mean, even in terms of flowering times, because of climate change, a plant may normally flower April, May, but actually this year it might have been May, June.
We had a picture last week, didn't we? Somebody sent a picture in of something that was flowering.
Hellebore.
Asking,
it was a hellebore.
Yeah, it was the hellebore. Should this be flowering now? Absolutely not.
It was a Christmas rose flowering in July, but it was.
It's exciting though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so Woodfield. I don't know what your name is, but it's Woodfield, Mr. Woodfield, Mrs. Woodfield. Right, so this was a question about a climbing rose and how to prune, because we don't... What Woodfield is saying is that they don't want to restrict any growth. Now, if I just zoom in here, look, we can see that they're being trained to go up and around, right? That's what's happening here. So we don't want to stop that growth from happening. Now... Essentially, you're talking about deadheading, right? So you want to deadhead, but without restricting any growth. You can do that very easily. This flower here looks like it's probably nearly about to go over. What I normally do when I'm pruning roses is I tap the rose. If any petals start to fall off, it's time to cut that rose off. So all I do is follow the stem of that rose down to where it meets the rest of the stem, or because it might have another couple of rosebuds coming out to the side of it, and then I just simply prune that head off. That's not going to restrict any growth at all. What it's actually going to do is encourage new growth to come through. You're going to prune off that dead flower. Where you prune it, a new shoot comes out, and then you can start training that new shoot to go in the direction you want it to go in. I find pruning I used to think it was really tricky. I was like, oh, I was intimidated by it.
I think sometimes it's overcomplicated.
But actually, it's just a case of tap the rose. Is it going? Do the leaves, the petals starting to come off? It's time to prune it. Excuse me. Follow that stem down to where it joins the rest of the stem. Prune it off.
But the only thing you need to use always sharp secateurs.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Please don't use blunt secateurs, because then you won't get a clean cut. That could potentially infect the rose. But just in general, deadheading plants stops them putting energy into making seeds. Sometimes a plant, if it's creating seeds, it will put all of its energy into those seeds and stop producing flowers and stop the growth. It will just go, right, I'm making my seeds and I'm making my babies. So yeah, always, in general, always deadhead.
So yeah, that'll be the deadheading for now. Later on, when do I normally prune my roses? Normally in the spring. Do you? Yeah.
Well,
so late winter, early spring. Actually, it doesn't hurt to chop some of that new growth off, because actually what's going to happen is it'll start getting a bit spindly and straggly. So in February, end of February, I do not. Early March, you can actually prune a little bit harder, and that'll encourage new shoots to come through. Excuse me, which means more growth.
It certainly does. Right, we are getting loads of... I'll just let Bex have a little cough.
There's a little sneezy.
Oh, bless you. The coughing cold's nearly gone. Can we just say, by the way, it's been lovely to have your company. Got lots of new viewers today as well. My name's Shaun Ryan. This is lovely Bex Edwards. We are live until 12:30 today. If you ever want to follow us on our social media, by the way, I'm known as Shaun Ryan, presenter and plantman. I do mostly social media on Facebook. I do a little bit on Instagram. I'm not as good as Bex, but you do less on Facebook and more on Instagram, don't you?
I post on Facebook and then it goes. I post on Instagram and then it goes on to Facebook. I've started on TikTok as well. In actual fact.
Oh yeah, you're on TikTok, aren't you?
I'm on TikTok as well now. So it's Bex Edwards My Garden. That will help you to find me on Instagram. That will help you to find me on TikTok, and it's Rebecca Bex Edwards on Facebook, because I can't work out how to change it.
Yeah. So we'd love you to follow us, and we often put pictures of our gardens, what we're up to, and we love it when you follow us. So if you'd like to follow either of us, then please do so today. Right, we've now got some hardy gerbers for you, and these are actually buy one get one free. So you get 3 of them, but you get another 3, so you get basically 6 of them for $19.99. And I'm sure that many of you will know gerbera as a houseplant, but in recent years it has been beautifully bred to be winter hardy to about -7, maybe even -8. They flower for so many months of the year. You can even get gerberas flowering kind of April time right the way through into September and October. And when these plants are fully established, you can get up to maybe even 50 flowers on a single plant. And I mean, these flowers, look at how full these are. Look at how many petals on every single flower.
Yeah, look at this pink one here.
They're all
gorgeous.
Look
at the petals and the double blooms. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love this beautiful sort of bi-coloured one that you're getting here as well. But these throw up so many flowers across the season. In fact, let me bring this one up here, because I love this one here. Look.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little baby one. This is where they start, down at the base here. You get these lovely flowers just starting at the base there. And you can see this one's starting to come up at this height, and then of course you get the full blooms up at the top. And once these get established, you can get like up to 50 flowers across the entire season.
They do make a great cut flower as well.
Fantastic.
So, lovely cut flower. I know I always give this information, but it's because I only discovered it fairly recently. I always wondered why my gerberas, when I bought a bouquet of flowers, why they were the first ones to sort of like flop. And basically I was putting them in too much water. So they don't, if you're cutting them for flowers in the home, only put them in a few inches of water, because if you put the whole stem in water, it will go soggy, because the actual stems are hollow. So Mandy's just given us an update on her hellebores.
Still flowering.
Yeah. Do you know what? They might slow down. Now we're getting this hot weather. They might actually slow down.
They might do, yeah.
They were confused. They thought it was winter. So did we. But summer's here today. But if you want the gerbers, honestly, amazing value. We're going to move on to our Swinger Boomerang, though, next. Or Bloomerang, I should say.
Yeah.
It's called bloomerang because it is. What does a boomerang do?
It comes back.
What does this do?
It comes back.
So you might be thinking, hang on, that because it's a lilac at the end of the day. You're thinking, well, hang on, they
They're
flowered.
spring flowering.
Yeah, they flowered in May. Not this one.
No, you get two or several, in actual fact, flowering periods from this. So it will give you that flowering in springtime. Around April time, you'll get those beautiful, fragrant, gorgeous trumpet blooms, but it will continue to flower for you. You will get several flushes throughout the summer, and then it gives you a sort of final crescendo of it into autumn time as well, in September and October time. So if you're thinking about putting a lilac into your garden, why would you go for one that's only going to flower in spring?
Totally agree.
Why not go for one that will flower in spring, will also give you the odd flower throughout summer, but then will also give you another blooming period in September and October time as well?
I actually, some of you know, but I run a garden club in our village, and we had Nick Bailey come and talk. Nick Bailey, who's a very well-known presenter. You'll have seen him on the big garden show on the telly. But Nick Bailey did a whole talk about 365 days of colour in your garden. And it was fascinating because most of us, I mean, like Bex just said, if you can get more colour in your garden for longer, you just always have it. You never say, I'm really happy that it just flowers for a few weeks. So something like this, if you love your lilac, but you just want more flowers, this variety is superb. And it's a bit more compact as well.
Yeah, it is a little bit more compact. So you've seen those lilac trees that, they're impressive.
Hey.
They're amazing. They're right up there. I mean, they can be as tall as this potting shed, can't they? They can get really big. But the trouble is,
a lot of the time with some of the other varieties, all the lilac is at the top, so you can't see it and you might not be able to smell it.
Oh, that fragrance. I mean, you don't have a very good nose, do you? But
it's not bad.
You could smell that. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's gorgeous. I mean, I've got to get... Yeah, that is gorgeous.
The fragrance from that is absolutely incredible. If you deadhead, it will actually help to encourage more blooms to come through. And, I mean, I'm deadheading now by actually cutting flowers to bring them indoors.
Yeah.
So I can bring that gorgeous fragrance into the home as well.
But do not worry, this is not going to take over your garden. It's not going to grow several metres high.
About 1.5 metres maximum.
I mean, that's small for lilac.
That is very small for lilac.
So it's a really brilliant variety. And again, so many on the nursery are now in bud and flower. So yours may not arrive with flowers on it, but don't worry, you will get some this year. You're not going to have to wait till next May to get that gorgeous scent of lilac in your garden. And that one, really good size, comes to in a 13 centimetre pot, and it is just £11.99. If you're a club member, lots of you are joining the club today. All you pay is £10.79. Now we're going to stay on the fragrant kind of journey right now, because we've got Daphne Pink Fragrance next. This one isn't in flower right now, but we know we've both had Daphne in the potting shed in flower, and the fragrance is amazing, isn't it?
Oh my word, it is absolutely incredible. It's right up there with the most fragrant flowers that you can plant in your garden. And the pink fragrance is stunning when it's in, when it's in bloom, and it is smelling absolutely delightful. This one is a slow growing variety, perfect for those smaller gardens, nice and compact. Full size on this, we're probably only talking, 80 centimetres height and spread.
So great for containers as well.
Absolutely fantastic, yeah. And I like the idea of keeping them in containers, because it means that you can move them around the garden to wherever where you're going to appreciate the fragrance the most. So yeah, do think about planting these where you can enjoy that. They don't like dry roots, so do think about making sure that you can keep this well watered. They work great in my clay soil. Because that pretty much always stays moist. I
remember my mum had one of these in her last garden, and it was in the front garden by the driveway. I used to drive to York, and when I opened my door, the fragrance when this was in flower, it really was incredible, actually.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. And they're really pretty flowers.
They're beautiful flowers, and they've got these lovely sort of trumpet shapes, haven't they, to them? And then they splay in sort of, star-shaped at the end, those four-petal star-shapes. Really pretty.
And you tend to get a lot of flowers on the Daphne, not just little amounts, but lots of... They're a lot bigger than some of the other Daphnes as well, aren't they?
Yeah, this is a larger flowering variety than the other Daphnes.
And more fragrant as well. But as Bex said, it's not fast growing, it's not going to take over, it's only probably ever going to get to about 80 centimetres in terms of height. But get it established now and you'll get gorgeous blossom next year. Now we've just got to urgently go to our favourites table. And we're going to start with, these are rather spectacular. So on this table, we've got lots of buy one, get one frees. And we're going to start with our alliums. And this is a really special variety called Bubble Bath that flowers in July.
I know.
And August.
It's a great way of being able to extend that that allium flowering season, because all my alliums disappeared ages ago.
Yeah,
so much so that I've even dried the flowers, dried the faded flower heads, and I've created a dried flower display from them.
If you think about it, alliums were always, for many years, one of the key plants at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Weren't they? That was quite a few months ago now.
Yeah.
So
this year's gone so quick, hasn't it?
We do think of alliums kind of really in their prime in May, but these new varieties are for the later part of the summer.
Absolutely. So extend that allium flowering season. Have alliums for months on end by adding this variety into your garden. It's called the Bubble Bath, and it's got a sort of slightly softer, fuzzier appearance to it than some of the other allium varieties. Also, it's got a softer colour as well. A much sort of lighter lilac-y colour. They are effortless as well, though, alliums. There's nothing you really need to do.
And what I really like about them is that the stems are always strong enough to support those big kind of bubbles of flowers. I mean, some things in my garden need staking at the moment, and whenever you have to stake things, there's always that danger you make them look a bit messy. Do you know what I mean? When you're hammering in your canes and tying things up. What did I have to do?
Yeah, even my lilies, which have got strong stems. You know, I'm having to stake all my lilies at the moment.
So we're doing some trials for some new varieties
I've got
of
some
lilies.
good ones.
So are your, because mine are only just beginning to come out.
I've got one that is fully open, starting to go over, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love it. The others have got the buds and they're about to open up.
So we will share, again, we'll do it on our social media, but we're both trialling some brand new varieties of lilies. We chose them ages ago. Bex was organised and labelled all of hers. I wasn't.
But you're hoping to be able to match it up to the pictures, right?
I've got an email somewhere with the original images on.
I've got an email somewhere.
Yeah.
Can't remember who sent us the email, but it's there somewhere.
Paul, I think,
Was it?
Yeah, I'm sure it's Paul.
We'll get the pictures out.
So anyway, Paul, if you're watching, we have got our lizard all in blood.
One of the varieties that I planted, I love it. It is so pretty.
We'll share them with you soon. We will. Right, anyway, the point of this story is YouGarden are always discovering new varieties, new breeds, and this is your chance of getting alliums flowering in July, August, late summer, and they'll come back every year. And it's a beautiful colour, that one. So it's like a mauvey pink. It's absolutely gorgeous. Covered in stems, and they will come back every single year.
And that's one pot, by the way.
Oh,
buy one, get one free. So if you put one in your basket and you enter the code YGTV2924, you'll get another pot, same size, and you'll also get your free lavender included in that basket as well. So two 2-litre allium plants and a free lavender. It's going to work out at £7.50 each plant. I mean, it's
amazing.
It's incredible, honestly.
And if you're a club member, it works out £6.75. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do I have a question?
Why do you question it? You're good at the maths.
So one thing I'm good at is maths.
Yeah.
Right, but you've got to use the code. Very important, because we've got lots of brand new viewers today. Always use the discount code, the offer code. It changes every week, but today's is YGTV2924. The other allium that we've got is the same in terms of height when it flowers, very similar, and value as well, but it's a bit of a deeper purple.
It's that darker purple, It's a bit like the purple sensation, you know, those slightly taller. These are a bit shorter, but a bit more like that purple sensation. Bright purple flowers on there. Another buy one, get one free. So put one in your basket, enter the code, the other one will magically appear for you.
I mean, amazing value. And that just gives you an example of a basket. So put one in your basket and you get a free one, but we've already put our off code in. And don't forget, if you spend over £40 with us, you always get free delivery. So it's really worth doing that. I mean, get some compost, get some pots, whatever, but always put in that offer code, and that will always give you free delivery over £40.
Love it, honestly. This is why we need to be shopping at YGTV.
Yes.
We've said a couple of times, I will move on to, I promise you, we get a staff discount for working here, and you know what a staff discount is like. Normally it's a really good discount, isn't it?
Good.
Wonderful, it's a great discount. I very rarely use my staff discount because actually the offer code for YGTV is better than the discount we can get.
We've got, and this is actually
amazing.
true, so we've got some standard bay trees coming up on next week's show. And I said, oh, I'll order those. And Stu said, oh, we just wait and see what's the best offer. And yeah, 9 times out of 10, the
YGTV code is
gives
better.
us, better than the staff discount. So
Yeah.
it's really good. And you always get your free gift, which we love. We don't get that with that.
We've got another buy one, get one free on the Blue Angel. This is the hosta. This is a variety that I've actually got. I love it so much. Really big, kind of almost heart-shaped leaves on here. I love the distinctive kind of veining patterns that you can see on there. Bright green at the moment, but as this sort of ages, you get this lovely kind of bluish tinge to it. Mounds of foliage, and hosta is traditionally grown as a foliage plant, and let's not underestimate the value of foliage plants in our garden. If you want to fill gaps, if you've got shady spots in your garden, hostas are fantastic, but of course you get beautiful spikes of lavender coloured flowers on them as well.
Joe, I was very lucky a few years ago. I got to see Buckingham Palace Gardens, and they had a whole massive border full of hostas, and it was all done in different roses.
I saw those pictures. It looked beautiful.
Do you know there was not a single hole in? We have now found one hole in one leaf, but I think they're using straw. It looked like
They
it.
must do.
Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody employed to be out there every
No, it
day.
looked like there was definitely. It looked like straws to me. Right, just quickly. So as Beck said, buy one get one free. Loads of you going for our extraordinary pomegranate bush today. And do you know what? When you receive this, because we've both seen these on the nursery, they will arrive covered in flowers, and just for the flowers and the foliage alone, it is a beautiful, extraordinary bush. But every one of those flowers has the potential to become a pomegranate, and you can literally grow pomegranates in the UK because it's harder down to, we say, about -8 when established. But they're not quite as big as normal supermarket ones, are
No, they won't be as big as the one in the supermarkets, but you will get pomegranates on there. They will have seeds in there, and I just love the idea of growing something a little bit different. If you're stuck in a rut of you grow your own and you're always doing the same thing, your potatoes, your strawberries, your whatever it might be, just try something a little bit different. And as Shaun said, it's beautiful as a plant in its own right. Never mind whether it actually gives you fruits or not. It is so pretty, and people will question you about it. They will look at it and say, what is that?
Now, the only thing with any plant, you've got to give it its right home, and this one really wants full sun. So if you've got a south-facing area, if you've got maybe a wall that this can get a bit of shelter from and it gets full sun, this will love it there. So sunny, sheltered, absolutely ideal for this one.
Conservatory plant.
Yeah, that's what you're going to put
Great
it, isn't it?
conservatory plant as well, yeah.
I think, I might put it in my conservatory.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah. Well, I might leave it outside for the summer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Outside in the summer, then.
Give it a treat.
But
Set
it
it
is
outside in the
hardy when
summertime.
it's established to -8. So it's not a plant that is going to, the moment it gets a bit of a chill, go, oh no, I can't cope with this. It has been bred to really withstand low temperatures in the UK. The flowers though, wait till you get this and feel them, because they're really cute. But this is where the pomegranate forms. It's that bit there. That will start to swell and become a pomegranate. Isn't it fascinating?
Yeah, so this one's starting to swell at the back.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just starting to swell at the back there, and you can feel it. I mean, hopefully you'll get some pomegranates. I mean, they need to mature a little bit. It's a sort of 2-year-old plant, which I think this is. It's in a 2-litre pot, so I think it's established. I think you should start to get pomegranates fairly quickly on these.
But imagine, when it gets full size, it goes about 1 metre, you'll get more and more. But it's a beautiful plant. I mean, really popular today, and that's only $13.49. And this is your free gift that Bex.
I'm loving the smell of the lavender. Honestly, it's so relaxing, so calming, so beautiful, super easy to look after, and you'll get one absolutely free with every single order that you place. Love them. So easy.
Right, I tell you what, I'm a bit inquisitive now.
What?
Who's placed lots of orders? Who's got the most free gifts? Because we had this last week as well. Let us know how many free lavenders have you got.
How many free lavenders have you got?
Yeah.
Apparently one person has placed 4 orders today.
Well done.
I mean, we're not going to name any names unless you're prepared for us to share.
Yeah, but that's good. We do the same. I'm not going to say milk the system, but we just want to get the best value.
Absolutely.
We all work
There's
hard
no
for our money, and
restrictions.
things are expensive nowadays. So we want you to save as much money as possible from the YouGarden TV shows.
Yeah, definitely.
We really do. So well done. Whoever it was that's placed 4 separate orders, you have got 4 free gifts on their way to you.
Get some Laval planters to put them in. That'd be
Yes.
a good idea. Anyway, banana plants.
Do you not like the Dycentra?
Oh, I missed that.
Do you not like my bleeding heart, Bex?
I don't like your bleeding heart. No, I do love these. Okay, so you are going to get the triple deal if you put 3 individual ones in your basket. So use the code. Use the item number 560767. There is a triple pack available, but it's a different item number. Please do not use the one that is the triple pack. It's 3 individual ones you need to put into your basket. That's how you get this deal, which will be £12.98. It's one for £9.99. The other 2 are basically a quid. £10.99, £1.50.
Yeah, brilliant.
£1.50 each for the other 2.
Now this
Amazing.
flower's kind of April, May time. The flowers are like little hearts that are hanging from the horizontal stem there. And I think they're really gorgeous. And you've probably seen Dicentra in the traditional kind of red and white.
Yeah.
But just the pure white with a little bit of yellow, I think is really classy.
It's beautiful and doesn't need to be in a massively sunny position. Actually,
No.
great in shade.
I'm just thinking where mine is. Yeah, it doesn't get a lot of light.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be.
But it does great.
Doesn't need it.
Right, okay. We want you to have exciting gardens.
Yeah.
We really do.
This creates excitement.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, these are one of the best looking plants on the nursery right now. And this combination, I think it was Peter, our head gardener, put this particular collection together. And it's called the Architectural Banana Plant Collection. 3 stunning banana plants, all a little bit different. At 1999. Now they're already, look, these are really growing fast right now, and they will need repotting. I'm going to say straight away.
You're definitely going to want to repot these as soon as possible. Look at that leaf. Look how glossy. There we go. Look how glossy it is, and the variety of shades and tones and colours that you've got in there. Around the back of the leaf, it's got more burgundy tones as well. And these can get nice and big. I mean, you know, a metre and a half.
Yeah.
These can grow to massive, great big paddle-shaped leaves on here. You can even get flowers, can't you?
Yes. Now this is the least hardy. So the red Abyssinian, that one is only hardy to about 0. So that one will definitely bring it in the winter, or it will need full protection. The other 2 are hardy to about -5. Even
about
-6.
-5 or -6. But they're easy to look after if you do need to give them that extra protection. And I think it's well worth it when you see these in full, I was going to say full bloom, but in full growth. They are large, they're architectural, they add impact, they feel exotic.
Yeah. And the leaves,
gorgeous.
What is weird, and so I put mine in my greenhouse and I do fleece them in the greenhouse, and when they're unwrapped, sometimes at the end of the winter they don't look great, but the moment you put them outside and it starts to warm up, the rate of leaves that appear,
they're really fast growing, aren't they? They have to be.
You know, they really do make up for their slow growth in the winter. I mean, they do go quite dormant in the winter, but you could bring them inside as houseplants, of course, as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you could.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
My friend's got like an unheated, it's like a lean-to, really.
Yeah.
And they do great.
Perfect, isn't it?
Yeah. But you can get flowers on a mature plant, and those flowers can last 7 months, and they're like out of this world, aren't they?
Yeah, incredible.
Absolutely gorgeous. But the value today is amazing. $6.66 each it works out, but they will need repotting. They really will. Straight away, I'd say, because look at this. I know.
Rooty beauty, raring to grow.
Yeah. But you really should. Do you not have bananas?
I don't know.
No. They really look great
Love
in the garden. They really, if you've got that sort of tropical area, they look fantastic. They will not produce bananas, by the way, so don't go, you know, yes, you'll get pomegranates from your hardy pomegranate, you will not get bananas. I don't even like bananas that much, do you? I mean, I do eat them.
I eat them just, you know,
because
you're supposed to be healthy.
Yeah, I eat them because they kind of fill you up.
Yeah.
Right, really busy today, so don't forget, we are only live until 3:30. We've only got about a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes on the show. You can still be part of the group chat. We haven't looked at the group chat for a while, Bex.
Oh, man, there's not a lot going on, to be honest. I did look a minute ago. They've all
quiet.
gone quiet, they've had their chats.
Well, we will check the group chat. I can still be any comments, questions, but we just need to remind you of our Lucky Dip perennial collection. Now, these are one of the best deals we've ever done here on YouGarden TV. These are all from the nursery. Now, it will be a random mix, but these are all tried and tested. They're all true performers in the UK. They will come back every single year, but you might get things like Verbena bonariensis, foxgloves, you may get salvias, there's a chrysanthemum,
Artemisia, forgotten what this one's
We've
called.
got a G in there as well.
That one is the Gaillardia, that I always want to say in an Australian accent. A Gaillardia.
We've got Erigeron. Look, there's all sorts available, but these are all fully, when I say fully established, well-established prints. They're not
well established. They're all going to give you gorgeous height, dimension, colour. It's going to be a mixture of them. And because of the collection that you're getting, you should get a really long flowering season. You know, you should get some plants that will start early and other plants that will finish late.
But just amazing value. And much as I love my summer bedding, you've got to replace it every year, and it can be expensive. Really good perennials will give you years of fantastic years and years. Have you noticed the way I say that? I go quite northern. Right? Years and years. I am from York. I'm proud of it. Right, let's remind you though also of some of the most popular items in the show. We're still going to try and squeeze a few more things in. The hibiscus has been really popular today as well. And this is the fantastic chiffon collection. Chiffon, because they're doubles. And you've got 3 beautiful varieties, 3 different colours. So you just saw the creamy white, you've got the pink, you'll also get the blue as well. So hibiscus, very easy to grow. They're like a sunny spot, well-drained soil, they will tolerate poor soils. They are, I'd say, moderate in terms of growth. They're not going to take over. They flower kind of late-ish summer. I mean, mine are still in bud right now, but normally you'd expect them to be flowering in July, but they do bridge that gap. So July, August, September, they give you fantastic late summer flowering. They are magnificent, and there are some hibiscus that are not suitable for the UK, but these are fully winter hardy, and that also means that they come with a lifetime guarantee as well. That means that if one of these doesn't thrive, it doesn't survive for whatever reason, just get in contact with our customer services and we will replace them for free. All you pay is the postage. Then we brought you the Hypericum as well. I love this. It's called the Miracle Attraction. And it really is a bit of a miracle plant, this one, because it has interest for so many months of the year. You'll get flowers and buds and berries all at the same time. The flowers in this absolutely delightful bright yellow have incredible stamens that the pollinators absolutely love and are drawn to. But it's a gorgeous plant, very easy to grow, sun, semi-shade. I have seen these do okay in fairly shady spots actually, but a brilliant plant, super easy and extremely reliable. £9.99, 510 890. Now another really good performer is the Lavatera Marshmallow. Now these are really quite fast growing. I mean, it's amazing actually. These, once these are planted in your beds and borders, they can really start to grow at a vigorous rate. They flower all summer long. They do flower on new growth as well. So if you ever are worried about pruning, you can hard prune these back to even 30, 40 centimetres in spring. They get loads of new growth and flowers that same year. So they always flower on the new growth. They repeat flower, and you get all 3 of those lovely kind of pinks and whites for £19.97, 51527. Now, Bex and I love being out and about on the nursery. I tell you what, the nursery it looks superb.
It's beautiful, honestly. Really having a little wander out there is gorgeous.
Yeah, I wandered around yesterday and I saw the standard of the plants was incredible. But we both love the kind of Mediterranean tunnel, and at the moment it is full of cordylines, isn't it?
Full of cordylines, absolutely. And this is one of the most stunning varieties that we've got. It's the Torbay Dazzler. It is really, really beautiful.
It is. So, do you want to see? Well, we've got one in our potting shed. Do you want to see what they look like on the nursery?
Yes, please.
Here's a clip from yesterday. Well, I'm on the YouGarden nursery. I'm in a really nice place, actually, because this is the Mediterranean tunnel. And this is where we have loads of fantastic, exotic-looking plants. And actually, as I walked in, all of the different types of cordylines just took my breath away. So many different colours. I mean, from bright lime greens to burgundies to those stunning, stunning reds and pinks at the back. But this one is actually called Torbay Dazzler, and it is a bit of a Bobby Dazzler because the foliage, when you look close, it's incredible actually. So in the centre, you've got this lovely, lovely pink. Then you've got the dark green, and then this is edged by a line. Isn't that just incredible? Just so beautiful. Really good size. These are in a 2-litre pot, but you can actually see just how well established these are. And what I love about cordylines is that as they mature, they form a lovely big tall stem. So all you need to do in terms of maintenance, the bottom leaves as they age, chop those off with a sharp pair of secateurs, and then a stem will slowly but surely form, and then you get this wonderful kind of crown of glory on the tall stem. Absolutely magnificent. We do class them as winter hardy as well, but if it's a really cold winter, what you need to do is literally, on those very cold nights, just gently tie it up, put a bit of fleece over the top if you can. That will protect the crown, and then when the weather improves, I mean, don't leave it tied up all winter, it won't like that, but when the weather improves, just untie it, and it will look like this. They are absolutely magnificent, and they give you instant architecture in a garden. They look great in beds and borders, amongst other perennials, but equally, they look really stylish in pots as well. But isn't that beautiful? Make some of the cordylines, and close your ears down there, make some of them look a little bit dull. In fact, no, that's unfair. None of those are dull, but this one really does stand out because of its tricolour. Cream, kind of like creamy lime, I should say, green, and then the reddy pink in the centre. It's absolutely beautiful, and it deserves the name of the Torbay Dazzler. Do you know, Bex and I were having a whinge during that clip of film. We're both like, oh, we've got some boring cordylines in our gardens.
I have got a boring cordyline in my garden. It's boring. I love it because it provides architecture and height and structure and all the rest of it. But in comparison to that, mine's boring.
I've got a few boring ones compared to Torbay Dazzler, because you are a dazzler.
Dazzler.
$14.99. Look, club members, grab that now, $13.49, and you get your free lavender. Lots of you know, do check out your baskets at the end of the show. So well done at home. We've been really, busy today. Lots of viewers and lots of orders coming through. Now, we have got another hibiscus to share with you right now.
Okay, so this is the Starburst chiffon hibiscus. Absolutely gorgeous, but this is way more established. If you saw earlier, we've got the collection of the 3, which is beautiful. Love it, go for that. But this is a bit bigger. This one's way more established. And of course, look at the size of that flower. It's so pretty, honestly. The white petals, those magenta stripes sort of bleeding through.
That is the size, and I've got quite big old hands. Look at that.
Size of your palm.
It is. That's huge.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. And it's
hardy.
Fully winter hardy.
Fully winter hardy. What?
So I think I just knocked a bud off.
I knew you were going to do.
There's plenty more to come. Now, do you know, I'm a bit sick of seeing me in the nursery, Bex.
Oh, well, I got to go out last week and film some, and we went to see the hardy hibiscus chiffon. So we're here on the YouGarden nursery, and we've come to take a look at the hibiscus. I am a big fan of hibiscus, particularly the chiffon, because what you've got are these gorgeous double flowers, and this one in particular with those deep maroon red stripes bleeding through that pure white. I think it's an absolute stunner. Of course, it flowers all summer long. They're all in flower right now, but they keep going right the way through into September and into October. We always talk about hibiscus being a great transitional plant because when all the summer colour is gone, hibiscus is still going. Super easy to grow, winter hardy as well, and truly exotic and beautiful.
Well, there's Bex showing you one of her favourite hibiscus in her favourite top.
I might be wearing the same top. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Does it matter? It's all about price per wear, Bex.
Absolutely.
And if you
I'm into negative numbers now. Every time I say that, because Stu's a bit of a maths geek, he's like, that's not how maths works.
You know, there's a thing called the 80-20 principle. And based on that, we wear 20% of our wardrobe 80% of the time. And there is a bit of truth in that.
Very true.
Yeah.
I've got so many clothes and I barely touch any of them. It's ridiculous. I can't get rid of them just in case, though. Because there might be an occasion I need that fancy dress that I bought 20 years ago. And
let's be honest, if your size has changed, you always think...
I'll get back into that.
Yeah.
Or I might put on weight.
I've still got some 32-inch waist jeans in my wardrobe. You know...
One day... Right, we're moving on. Let's...
I don't think I'll ever get, comfortable 34 at my age. 36 on a bad week. Right, anyway, let's move on to our Acco Celeriana pineapple guava.
Yeah.
I had this in my last garden and I absolutely loved it. So I just planted one in my new garden. And I can't say Bex, I remember planting this and then sort of forgetting about it. And it grew really well. It was, it was evergreen. I remember the foliage really nice and it grew really neatly. And then one morning I woke up, was walking around the garden, and suddenly I noticed some flowers on it, and they just took my breath away because they're really exotic looking.
Exotic looking, beautiful, yeah, absolutely. And of course, then you get the fruits from these as well. And you can eat the fruits. You can eat them fresh from the tree. You can take them off. You can bake them into pies and crumbles and things.
Now, I'll be honest, I didn't get fruits every year. It did depend on the summer.
Yeah, I think it needs to be a nice warm summer, doesn't it?
Nice sort of like long hot summer. The blossom, the flowers, I should say, always got those once it got established, and it was spectacular. But yeah, you can eat the fruits. They do. They taste just like the description, a cross between a pineapple and a guava.
So nice and sweet.
Yeah, lovely and sweet.
Yeah.
It looks like a kiwi, but it's not fuzzy. Really interesting. And if people sometimes say, how do you know they're ripe? They actually tend to fall off when they're ripe.
Yes.
So if you find one just underneath, that's ready for you to eat. But they are beautiful plants. I don't know why you don't see them more regularly.
And they get nice and big, don't they?
Do.
You know, these can get to a good 6 foot. They can get to Shaun height, basically. So they can get
5'10".
They can get to 6 feet in height, and of course they're evergreen as well. So you've always got something to look at on this plant. I do love the sort of shine, the luster that you've got on the leaves here. You've got lovely green on that side, but then the underside is that lighter colour. So you get that lovely sort of light play happening on these.
Jim, we've had some, over the past few months, we've had so many of you sending pictures of your pineapple guavas. So many of you have said, oh, it's starting to flower. I love them. They're actually, I would put them in my top 10 plants here at YouGarden because they're different, they're extraordinary. Do we say about high to -5?
About -5, yeah, on them. So chances are most areas of the country are going to be fine. Did you ever protect yours?
No. That's why I questioned it, because mine was it was in a raised bed. I never ever protected it, and it never ever suffered in the winter. But just
depends where you live.
Yeah. And we do say
nice sheltered
-5.
spot is probably the best position for it. So not somewhere where it's going to blow a gale across like your new house.
Mine is in a sheltered sunny border.
There you go. So nice sheltered sunny border, maybe a little bit of extra winter protection, but I need one of those.
Yeah,
as
honestly,
well.
you'd love it.
Need one of those as well.
They are amazing.
You can grow it in a pot as well if you want to.
Yeah.
It won't get as big, obviously.
Talking
but you
of
could grow
pots.
it in a pot if you wanted to.
Right, these. I think that'd be superb for it.
I think that'd be perfect.
Yeah, it really would.
Yeah. And you'll get a decent size of the plant from that as well, because it's a nice big pot, so that'll get nice and big.
Yeah, that'd be happening there for many years.
Loads of years.
But the Helix planters, they are on clearance. So one for $14.99, but if you put 4 in your basket, I'm amazed. I'll be honest, I'm amazed we've got any of these left. You're going to get them for $24.99. Club members, you'd get 10% off that, so you get for about $22.50. And they look great. They've got all the look of a really nice sort of aged terracotta. But they're lightweight, Bex.
They're lightweight. Yeah, they're really lightweight because they're made of plastic. They're UV stabilised. They're frost resistant. So they're not bad plastic. With bad, cheap plastic pots, with the weathering they get, they last you 1 season, 1 year, and then they start to crack and break. These don't because of that extra weatherproofing. And of course, if you drop it, you don't have to worry about it cracking and breaking and becoming, really expensive drainage for your other pots, because that is not what happens with your plastic pots.
There's so many reasons to go for those, and they look great as well. And sometimes, although it's nice to have a mishmash of pots, sometimes it's also really stylish to have matching ones. Can look really. We had some pictures coming last week of lots of gardens with matching pots with matching plants in, and it can look absolutely wonderful. But they are on clearance. When they're gone, they're gone. To get the deal, what you need to do is add 4 of the individual ones to your basket. So it's saying $49. Oh, you need to put your offer code in YG2924. That is a code today. So YGTV.
Oh, we put the wrong code in. Hold on.
We?
He put TG, not YG. YGTV2924. Apply the code. And there we go. So add some more in. We've got 2, $29.98. 3, 44.97. Oof, no thank
Magic
you.
4.
Whoa. I love it when that happens.
And I mean, we've put together quite a big basket there, but there's a little reminder, save a further £13.50 and become a club member today.
Yeah.
And if you want to join the club, yes, you can save 10% on your very first order, and you will save 10% on all of your plants and compost every single time that you order with us here at YouGarden TV. Now, we are sadly nearly out of time. We're finishing a little bit early today. We're finishing at 12:30 because we've just got some extra filming to do in the nursery. We're both back this Sunday, aren't we?
We are indeed, yeah.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we've got some different plans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would love you to join us this Sunday at 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock, live with Bex and myself. We've had a lovely show. We're going to also give you the details of the hibiscus chiffon collection, because you get 3 here, different colours, all chiffon, so that means they're doubles, they're really full flowers. And hibiscus, they're one of our favourites in our garden.
I love it.
Honestly,
I really, really enjoy it because it's a late flowering plant. So, well, it starts in June time, and but it flowers all the way through the summer, but it can keep going into September and October. So a transitional plant helping you to beat those, end of summer blues, because you've still got these gorgeous, luscious, tropical looking flowers. But of course they are hardy, so you don't need to give this plant any extra winter protection. They're probably hardy down to a good sort of -10.
Yeah, I've never had to protect my hibiscus in the UK, and they just love a sunny spot, well-drained soil. They will cope with fairly poor soils as well, but they do deliver. And I can honestly say, at this time of year, as we head into August, September, they just steal the show.
They do.
I would eventually they'll get to maybe a metre in terms of width.
Yeah, and probably a good sort of 1.5 metres in terms of height.
But they're quite slow growing.
Yeah, they're not going to get there massively. So you need to give them space, basically. They've been selected because of the colour combination, and they work beautifully together. But you are going to need to give them, if you want to plant them together, just give them that space to grow.
Yeah. But they really are absolutely magnificent. Right, a few reminders. You can still order after the show.
Yep.
Always use the offer code YGTV2924. That will give you your free gift, which is the lavender hit cot, but it will also unlock all of those extra savings and promotions. And if you get your basket to over £40, we'll give you free delivery. So one viewer has placed 4 orders today.
Yeah,
so
who's going to beat that? You probably. Do join the club as well. If you haven't joined our club yet, you're not one of our amazing club members, then do think about doing that. It costs you £5 to join. You get 10% discount off everything that you buy, or nearly everything.
Well, from Bex and I, thank you so much.
Had a great time.
Yeah, it's been lovely as ever. We will see you live on Sunday, bright and fresh, at 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 a.m. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. See you soon.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.